Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all having a blessed evening. I was meant to do a Q&A stream today. We were supposed to have a Q&A where we're supposed to discuss and chat about all the latest Chelsea news and developments and whatnot. But breaking news came out just as I was about to go live at 7 p.m. UK time. And I decided to delay my stream because I wanted to get a little bit more information for you guys before we went live. So we're doing a discussion today, but I will address your questions. I will address your comments in the chat. I will give you a bit of time, and I'll also, towards the end of the stream, give you a chance to jump on and give me your thoughts and opinions on the topics at hand. But lads, the breaking news is the shortlist for the bidders has been confirmed, has been announced. And there is 4 entities on that list. We kind of knew about 3 of them, but there was one mystery bidder that has been revealed today, and it was revealed about just over an hour ago. And I'm going to talk to you guys about this mystery bidder, who he is, what he has, what he can do, and what should we expect if he does get selected. That being said, there is some contradictions in him being on that list, because he's on that list even though he is, what's the word here, he qualifies for the same reasons that the Saudi media group were allegedly rejected for. This guy qualifies for similar reasons. And I'll explain to you what I mean shortly. So these contradictions are a little bit baffling, because what we know about the selection process seems to apply to different consortiums in a different way. The Ricketts being on that list right now is a big problem, lads. A massive problem. What does the Raine group understand about the criteria that Chelsea Football Club has given them in selecting these bidders? And has Chelsea Football Club not put in a criteria for the ethical side of these bids, the reputation of these organizations? Isn't that something that has been put as criteria? Because the Ricketts are still in there. So we're going to address this. I'm going to show you the list in case some of you don't know who's on that list. I'll show you the list. We're going to talk about it. We're going to address it. Each and every single one of them. With you guys. Hopefully with my panelists as and when they do decide to show up. And if they don't decide to show up, brilliant. It just gives me more time to talk freely with you guys. And I will also give you an opportunity all to jump on earlier should my panelists decide not to show up. I know a lot of them have engagements, and Friday night isn't the best day to stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me address some of you champions before I go into the details of the topic at hand. Who do we have in the stream? Let me go to the top. Courtney, number 1. Big up, Courtney. Welcome to the stream. All right, Jeff. Good to have you on. Brilliant. From India, Siddharath Shahani, big up to you. Welcome to the stream. Dan Morgan, Big up to you. Look, there's no panel today, Dan. It's just me and Chris. So we're good. Marco, fantastic. Oh, Marcio, fantastic. Good to have you. Big up to my man, the governor. Big up Mo. Intro music, outstanding. I know. Thank you. It took me a while to do that. It took me a while to find that soundtrack and to modify it in the way that I have. Luke Mudway, fantastic. Welcome. Good to see you. John Arnold, always a pleasure. Ilias, big up to you. Bobby Fairview, good to have you on the stream. Tobago, always a pleasure. And I'm glad that your brother is out of hospital. Thank you for messaging me. And tell him to change his allegiances to Chelsea Football Club because Liverpool, innit? Gav, big up to you. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm seeing you more regularly on my streams. Good to have you on. Phil Jones says Stefan is the mysterious guy. He is the mysterious guy. George, always a pleasure to have you on. Fantastic to see you in the stream. George is one of my pre-1000 subscribers. George has been with me for a long time, so good to have you on the stream. Good to see you on here. Blue Matter, big up Baggy. So you must be an old subscriber who has changed their name because I'm not familiar with your name, but you're familiar with my old channel name. So big up to you. Good to have you on. Big up to everyone. Look, if I just keep out reading your names, I'm going to be here all night. So do us a favor, smash that like button. We're on 22 likes already, with 40 of you on the stream. Big up to everyone, and thank you all for being here. All right, Chris, welcome. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks for asking. Pleasure to be back on the Blue Lounge, the best Chelsea fan channel on YouTube. And yeah, we've got a lot of news to get into, and and a lot of contradictions from the Raine group, which I'm not very happy about. And yeah, big up everybody in the chat, and yeah, big up.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that. We'll get into all of that in just a few moments. Nick Blue, 9 minutes late. Welcome to the stream. How are you?
Yeah, big up Mo, Chris. Yeah, you know, I'm the substitute. I'm a Lukaku, so I have to come on when you call me. You forget,
yeah,
don't you?
You have a point. Yeah, you're my bench guy. So yeah, we need to use our reserves. We need to use our reserves today because our main strikers are a little bit preoccupied, as they say. All right. Well, listen. Good to have you on. Good to have you on, Chris. Yeah. I'm gonna jump into the topic, and then we will discuss certain issues. Now, I want to show everyone firstly the list because some people in the stream may not be aware of who exactly is on that list. So let's have a look. So the list is Todd Bowley Consortium, Sir Martin, how do you pronounce his surname? Is it Broughton? Martin Broughton? Sir Martin Broughton, yeah. Sir Martin Broughton, the racist Ricketts family, and the mysterious bidder, who we didn't know much about until today, is Stefan Pagluca. Now, most of us know quite a bit about the first three. All right. This is American. This is British. This is a different planet. And then you got Stefan Pagluca, who is an American investor. However, he is also the owner of Atalanta Football Club in Serie A in Italy. He owns 55% of that club. Now, this is my problem. This is my issue. And again, I don't want to, say this guy's a good owner, a bad owner. His situation is too early for me to talk much about. I mean, I can tell you that he is one of the rich. He has one of the richest companies out there. I mean, the man is loaded. His company is worth 155 billion in assets. 155 billion in assets.
Yeah, it's not
Did you
that
guys
much.
hear that?
It's not that much.
Did you guys hear that? Roman Abramovich was worth 13.5 billion last time I checked. 13.5 billion. This guy is worth 155 billion in assets. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
He's doing well.
That being said, he owns a football team, Atlanta. He owns that, and he owns an American team. I'm trying to remember what the team was. He owns an American sports team as well. All right.
So,
Now,
some Celtic Rangers or something. Celtic.
some
Boston,
yeah,
Boston Celtics, yeah.
Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics. Thank you. The Boston Celtics. Okay. Now, for me, from what I've seen so far with him bidding, him interested, no issues. I haven't really had enough time to do a background check and look at all the different facets of his history. He's wealthy. He's wealthy enough to make Chelsea a powerhouse, the powerhouse. He has the money. He has the investment. He has the capital. He's also Italian by origin. Therefore, we know what the Italians are like when it comes to football. That is something they're very passionate about. Italians on football. I mean, they didn't qualify for the World Cup, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They're normally doing good bits when it comes to football. But him owning Atlanta is my problem, and I'm going to tell you why it is my problem. It isn't because he owns Atlanta. No, good. He has experience of running a football club. He has experience of making a football club that is, for lack of a better word, average, finish in the top 3 of Serie A over the past 4 years. So he knows something. He's doing something. Now, if you look at the squad of Atlanta, it isn't one of the most glamorous. No, that's not the issue. No. Conflict of interest is not the issue. George, hold on. I'm coming to it. It's partly that, but it isn't that. You'll find out in a second why. Alright, so the fact that Atlanta have finished in the top 4 over the past 4 years, top three, not 4, top 3 for the past 4 years, in a league that has Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, Roma, Lazio, and others, and they've finished top 3 over the past 4 years. I think they're 6th at the moment. The issue I have with this is as follows. Now, George said conflict of interest. He's kind of correct, but he's not 100% correct. You see, the conflict of interest means he has to sell his 55% share in Atlanta before he can go ahead and buy Chelsea Football Club. So he's got to sell his club before he can buy our club. Now, what was one of the reasons that they gave us for why the Saudi media group was rejected? Chris, can you tell me?
Yes, because of obviously the time frame it would take, apparently.
The
for
time
Saudi media
frame.
group. Yeah.
Because it will take them a while. They'll have to do all these checks. They'll have to do checks to see whether or not they have government connections, whether they have corruption, money laundering. They'll have to do a whole bunch of checks, correct? Therefore, time is an issue when it comes to Saudi media group. Okay?
Yeah.
We heard that, we understood that, and we agreed with that. I've got Nick ×2 on my screen. Anyway. So it's like the Matrix over here. In a minute, I'm going to get them, a few more of them nicks on the screen. So that was an issue. They rejected the Saudi media group's bid because of the time it would take for that bid to get processed. Now, they've allowed this dude, Stefan, they've allowed him to advance to the next stage, even though for him to buy Chelsea Football Club, he has to sell Atlanta. So maybe he has to sell Atlanta in the future, in due course. Maybe he can own two clubs at the same time until they end up having to meet each other for whatever reason. I mean, Champions League, maybe that could be a problem. The point is, that criteria that applied to the Saudi media group was not applied to this mysterious buyer, Stefan Pagluca. That, for me, is an issue. We don't know how these bids are being selected, people. We don't know. We are making assumptions. We are, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, this could be the reason. You're saying that can be the reason. And, Matt Law, Nizar Kansella, and everyone is giving us reasons. But then those reasons don't hold weight when it comes to the list that we have seen. Because another reason was ethical issues. Whether or not these people have a good reputation, whether or not these people have a sound background. The Ricketts are on that list, people. The Ricketts family is on that list. And I'll show you the list. The list doesn't say Tom Rickett. The list says, what does it say? The Ricketts family. The Ricketts family. Their bid has been accepted. The Ricketts family. Their bid has been accepted. Do you see my issue? My issue here, people. I mean, it's alright. You have criteria. At least let us know what the criteria is, man. Let us know what the criteria is. Because when I try to ask that question, people tell me, "Oh, but this is what it is. That is what it is," and let someone who knows respond. I can tell you why I think it. I can tell you what I think the criteria is, and you can tell me what you think the criteria is. But I want to hear from people who know what the criteria is, because tomorrow, when they sit down and they start to look at who is bidding for Chelsea and who is gonna buy Chelsea Football Club, when Marina Graviskaya, Eugene, Bruce, and the rest of them, they look at these bids, what are they basing their judgment on? It's clearly not the money, because bigger bids were rejected. Bigger financial bids were rejected. So what is it they're picking? It's clearly not government ties, because Nick Kante was given a slap. Him and his consortium. And he's heavily backed by the British government. He's a contributor. So what is it? What is the criteria here? If they pick the Ricketts family, and you know what we're saying, it might not happen, there's no way on earth they're going to pick the Ricketts family. Look, the Ricketts family advanced this stage based on the criteria Chelsea Football Club gave the Raine Group. The Ricketts family advanced on merit. What is it that they have that that allowed them to pass? I don't know, but they have something that allowed them to pass that process. My concern is, will they be allowed to advance to the next stage? And will they be sitting on the helm of Chelsea Football Club by the end of next month? Will that be where we are? Will that be where we are? We're going to be owned by the Ricketts family. Chelsea Football Club owned by the Ricketts family. Is that what we're going to be doing? Is that what we're going to be arriving at? These questions have to be answered. These questions have to be answered. And the only people who can answer them are Chelsea Football Club. And right now, not hearing anything. Even the statement that was given out today by the trust, it was a little bit. I'm not going to say weak because they have to be careful how they word things and how they address things. They did say that we are not involved in the decision making process, but when you sit down with these people and you meet with these people, and you know what the fan base feel towards these people, you need to put a stronger statement out there. Because these guys ooze racism. And for them to say, oh, we will do this if we own Chelsea Football Club, we will do that if we own Chelsea Football Club, that's not enough, because it means if you don't own Chelsea Football Club, you're going to continue down that racist path that you're currently on. So if we allow you to come to Chelsea, then you will start to behave yourselves. Really? Is that how it works now? Let me open the discussion to the panel. Nick, do me a favor, and can you just jump out of the account that you're not using, because you're using one. So the one that you're not using, just log out from it.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, you just logged out of the one that you were using. Nick, can you hear me? Yeah, you logged out of the wrong account. Eric Blue, welcome to the stream. How are you? How do you feel about this shortlist, and what's your reaction towards it?
Thanks for having me. I haven't even seen the shortlist properly, to be honest.
You haven't? I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you.
I don't know if you
The
know, but there's an important. Sorry.
Go on.
Okay, it came at 6 p.m. Okay, yeah. My mind has been focused on a certain match going on right now. So that's what I've been watching for the past 45 minutes. But I saw you streaming, so I thought I should probably get involved, because I know you said you would stream today. So that's 4. Okay.
Yeah, the list came out literally 15 minutes before I was due to go live, so I had to delay my stream for an hour. Basically, you got Todd Bowley, Sir Martin Borton, the Ricketts family, and the mysterious bidder, Stefan Pagluca.
I don't think anybody heard about him before. That's a new one.
Sky News actually reported on him yesterday.
Okay.
Sky News reported that he is a potential bidder. But that was all I found. That Sky News were actually talking about him yesterday.
Look, with regards to the details about how people actually, succeed and qualify for the next round, I'm guessing that more details will be, open to the public when the club has already been sold. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now it's very vague. There's not a lot of information about what you actually need to do to, to advance in this race for the ownership of Chelsea. So that's what I'm thinking with regards to that. But in terms of, you were talking earlier about, I actually can't remember what you were saying. Obviously, the no to Ricketts, you said something else about.
I spoke about Pagliuca and his ownership of Atlanta.
Exactly, yeah.
And the fact that he has to sell that before he can buy Chelsea.
Yeah, that's it. So, okay, so he has to sell before he can buy Chelsea. But then, what about Man City and the Man City owners? Didn't they already own a club before they bought Man City, or was that afterwards? And how did that work? How is it?
Club where I think they own a club in the Middle East.
No, New York City as well.
Yeah.
That's fine. They actually owned New York City after they bought Man City.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And that's fine because Man City will never meet New York City in a professional tournament, in not professional tournament, a competitive fixture. They will not meet in a competitive fixture, as they both play in different continents.
I thought they owned another European club. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they owned another club in Europe. Can't remember now.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is this: you can't own two clubs that could end up competing
Right.
for the same
Hold on,
honors.
what about,
In
what about
theory,
Red Bull?
hold on. In theory, sorry, say again.
What about Red Bull? Because
Yeah,
they
What about
own
Red Bull?
Salzburg
Was it?
and Leipzig.
Yeah,
So
Red Bull. They
Red
own
Bull,
both.
but I don't know if it's
Yeah.
two different owners though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
different with Red Bull. I think the
Yeah.
Red Bull Leipzig and Salzburg. It's not
I
the
think
same.
I think one of them is actually sponsored while the other one is owned.
Yeah.
There is something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure how it's working, but from what I understand, you can't own two teams that can be competing for the same honors. Now, in theory, now that I've actually taken a second, New York City, should they win the Champions League, or their Champions League, and Man City win their Champions League, they could actually play each other in the Club World Cup. Correct.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, correct.
So in theory, that is a conflict in itself. Yeah. So look, these rules and regulations, how they are implemented is crazy.
The fact that he's on the list now means that that's not even an issue. That must be what it means, because why would he make it this far if that is some kind of problem? So the way it looks, maybe he said he's happy to, cut ties or whatever it is, sell his shares or, whatever level of ownership he has. Maybe that's already been decided. So that's probably why he's able to get into the final four, right?
Yeah. One more thing. George is talking about CSK Moscow and Roman Abramovich. I think it's what's it called? A major stake, like owning more than 51%. Because if you own a set amount of shares, I'm not sure. And again, I don't want to talk about this like I know the ins and outs of this, because I don't. But I think there is, a set amount of shares. If you own this much amount of shares, you're allowed to. If you own that much amount of shares, you're not allowed to. If you convert your ownership into sponsorship, or there's a lot of different ways that these guys are getting around it. But I think the fact that this guy owns 55%, he's the major shareholder in this club. But I think even the 55% that he owns, he only owns it under a consortium, so he doesn't own it independently. Something along those lines. Again, this broke literally an hour and 15 minutes before we came live, so it's still early doors. Roman had sponsorship with CSK.
That's different from ownership, isn't it? So.
Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. So. What do you guys make of this the system, the criteria that they're using? Like I said, we don't really know much about it in respect to how they are implementing it, and on that basis, who says or who can stop the Ricketts from owning Chelsea Football Club?
Well, the thing with the criteria, obviously, as you said, Mo, like, we don't officially know, and this is what's annoying, because like, people have these opinions, but I want to know the official criteria. You know what I mean? And in terms of the shortlisting, I mean, for example, the contradictions, right? So Martin Broughton's consortium, it's Lord Sebastian Coe's going to be involved with that. Now, Lord Sebastian Coe has connections with Russian oligarchs in the past. Now, if you're going to sanction Chelsea because Roman Abramovich is an oligarch, you can't really accept Lord Sebastian Coe coming in, can you? And the Saudi media group as well getting rejected because of time. Well, you can't really do that if you're going to accept this guy who owns a 55% stake in Atalanta. So, I don't know, mate. And as for the Ricketts, like, who can stop them? Well, I mean, say no to them. Don't make them owners. Like, that's an easy option. I think everyone should agree that should happen. Like, just don't give them the ownership. The fact that even in the shortlist is an absolute... something's just came up on Twitter there. There's still an unknown bidder who's made the shortlist. Absolute Chelsea just tweeted it. Well, there's so many bidders, I don't know. I think it'll be Todd Bowley, but yeah, the criteria, just don't give it to the Ricketts. Like, shouldn't be hard. Just don't give it.
Yeah.
1 second, Eric. Listen, people in the chat. I really, really want to hear what you have to say. Literally, click on that link and just jump on. Even if you just want to, come on and give me a 60-second opinion, 2-minute opinion. I want to know what you guys think about the whole situation, because this is your platform. I want to hear your opinions on this. So come on, give me your. You don't have to stick around and discuss your opinion and get into an argument or into a debate. If you're worried about getting into a debate, you don't have to. Jump on, give me your opinion, and you can jump out again. But I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. I just ask you, if you do jump on, just keep it, pleasant and polite. Eric, continue.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That happens.
No,
That
I'm
happens.
joking. I remember. I didn't forget. Don't worry. Yeah, I was saying that the funny thing with this whole thing is that the media will probably not take it seriously. They will just try and brush it over they brush it under the carpets. Say that, oh, the Chelsea fans have this issue, that issue. There might be something there, but they wouldn't treat it the way they treated the whole Roman situation. Of course, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They just wouldn't treat it the same way. They would pretend as if it's not really a big deal. People are not. That's what they'll do. I've already been seeing it. I don't think I've seen a single reporter or news outlets saying that these people are. There's good enough. There's a very good reason to call them racist. Like, I don't think I've seen a single report that has said that these people should legitimately be, seen as a concern. If they are going to potentially own Chelsea, that should be a concern. I haven't seen a single. Maybe you guys have seen something different, but I haven't. I haven't seen anything like that.
Eric,
So,
just clarify. You don't think they're a concern in what capacity?
so basically, I'm saying that I haven't seen any reports that the Ricketts owning Chelsea would be a bad thing, because of what people have found out about them, the things that have been said in the past. I haven't seen anything reported that these people there's good enough reason to call them racist. There's the fans who don't want them, they have a good reason for not wanting them to be the future owners of Chelsea. I haven't seen any reports or anything anywhere where people are, they're in support, they're backing what the Chelsea fans are saying. They fully get the whole point of hashtag no Ricketts. I don't really see it like that. The energy is not really there for that. But maybe it's just me. I haven't really been.
I'm still confused here. You're
Yeah, I'm quite
saying that you
baffled as
don't.
well.
You're saying that you don't see any tangible evidence to these guys being bad for Chelsea Football Club. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that I don't see it being reported by media outlets.
So the media is not saying what we're saying.
Yes.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
So,
So the
yeah,
media isn't putting enough light
exactly.
on
Yeah.
right. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It doesn't seem like they're taking it so seriously.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, Sky News mentioned it a couple of times as, it's concerning. It's this, it's that. It's not concerning. There is literally no Chelsea fan. There is literally no Chelsea fan that is not objecting to the Ricketts owning the club. I haven't seen anyone. I've seen fans with or against Todd Bowley. I've seen fans with or against Martin. I forget his name. Barton. I've seen various opinions on this, and that is fine. You can have your preferences, no issues. I've seen fans with the Saudi Media Group bid when it was going on, and seen fans against it. No issues. We can discuss, we can debate. But I haven't seen a single fan who isn't trolling. I've seen trolls, but I haven't seen a single fan literally wanting and actively seeking Chelsea Football Club to be owned by the Ricketts. I've seen people try to emphasize more on their failures in the way they handled and the way that they ran the Cubs. And to be fair, when they first bought the Cubs, they did some good stuff. They won the World Series. But then things went bad. Things went south. They stopped paying people for a couple of months because they didn't have enough money. But they have enough money to invest in Chelsea Football Club. So if they don't have money to pay the wages of their staff and their players in the Cubs, and this was like a couple of years ago, I believe, they have enough money to invest in Chelsea Football Club today. So that is forget the racism. That's one side of it, and then let's look at the racism. Kung flu was a term used to describe the coronavirus, to suggest that virus is an Asian disease. Therefore, if you are unhappy because of the virus, if you've lost people because of that virus, go take it out on the Asians. Kung flu. You all heard about it. It wasn't so long ago. That was a term that was used by their governor. The other son, the brother, he used that term. Another one of them used the term against black people. And we all know about the emails by their dad about people like me being their enemy because I'm a Muslim. So how are we going to get these people to own our club? How is the Premier League going to allow these racists to own the biggest, let's try not to be biased, one of the biggest clubs in the league? The Premier League. If the Premier League allow this to happen, then every racism campaign, every racism promotion activity that they have done will mean nothing. Will mean nothing. It will be just hollow statements. Literally hollow statements. A lot of people already think that the Premier League, everything that they're doing is just marketing. But once they allow this to happen, hollow statements. Even if Chelsea Football Club want to sell to the Ricketts, the Premier League should step in and say, no, you can't be doing that. We don't allow it. I don't like the Premier League to step into my business. But if they step in to save the club from a bunch of racists, I'm all for it. DJ Sav?
Yeah.
DJ
Hey,
Sav,
guys.
welcome to the stream. Welcome,
Good
brother.
evening, guys.
Welcome.
Good evening, bros.
DJ.
Good evening.
How you
Good
guys?
evening.
You're good?
Yeah, we're good,
Yeah.
mate. We're good.
Oh, mate.
Talk to me, DJ.
Listen, bro, I don't know where to really start on this, to be honest with you. I think, whatever we've been putting, I really actually thought we were actually getting a voice in, the last couple of days of our tweets going out. No to the Ricketts and all that kind of stuff. There was big things going around about them. Then you had the Chelsea Trust that came out and said why they will not take people like them on, and why they've got their doubts about these kind of people owning our football club. And then you got people like Bruce Buck. Unfortunately, I have to say his name because I don't believe for a fact that Petr Cech or Marina or Daniel Bernard or Darren Bernard or David Bernard are part of this. I don't think they really want them there. I personally think, but I think this is all a Bruce Buck thing. And I've said it from day one about Bruce Buck. This guy is nothing but problems for our football club. We saw what he did to Carlo Ancelotti all those years ago in the corridor. He was one of the guys that went down and sacked him, and I've never liked him. I've always said he's bad news. And, I think he's the one that's behind this whole Ricketts thing. I think we were all saying, when news was coming out yesterday that their bid could be getting turned down, they could be getting done out there for things that have been mentioned. Sky, to be fair, have put a few things in and out, but it's not been done enough. And the question I have to ask myself is a lot of the press people that are supposed to be known to Chelsea Football Club, and especially people like Matt Law and people like that who are all for American ownership. apart from Todd, apart from Bowley, who I wouldn't mind coming in there. But other than that, the other ones, you would think they'd go and say something about it or mention it, but everyone's just keeping quiet on it. And as a fan, and a season ticket holder as well, going in and watching it, and watching my, because we're gonna get. I'm telling you now, bro, we're gonna get absolutely rattled by the fans out there, and I do care because it's a reputation of our football club. It's a club we all love and grew up supporting. Okay, and then seeing it, and then we've seen what Ken Bates did beforehand when he cut out all this racism stuff, and then we've seen Roman Abramovich do it as well. And then you've got someone like Buck in the background who's going to literally ruin everything he's gone and done to stop all this stuff and bringing idiots like this to our football club. I mean, I don't know what I can say, and I really hope they don't come. I really hope we're going to protest. I understand if there's going to be a protest, I hope we protest and get them out, because it's going to be one of the biggest protests at Stamford Bridge. Obviously with the Super League, I think it's going to be one of those ones. And
this will be bigger.
We need our voices held. Yeah. We need our voices. We need our voices heard, and I think it needs to be mentioned to the board. And Bruce, I always say Bruce Buck in particular, because I think he's the guy who's behind the Ricketts being put on that shortlist as well. He's the one. And I tell you what, and I don't care if I say it, anyone can come at me if they want to. If we do get new owners at the football club, the first thing they do before obviously going and seeing Thomas Tuchel, doing whatever they need to up in their contracts, sack Bruce Buck. That's what I'll say to do straight away. Sack him. Get him out of the football club, because he's the main problem there. Before you get rid of Marine or whoever else, but he's the main one, I think, who needs to go.
Can I just say, when you were saying about the Premier League, right? Look, you know what? The Raine Group, the fact that these Ricketts have even made the shortlist, the Raine Group should be ashamed of themselves straight away. How you can allow scumbags like that in the shortlist is absolutely disgraceful. Now, mate, they've not made the decision to obviously make them as owners, but if they do, trust me, the Raine Group should be absolutely ashamed. And you know what? The Premier League, if they allow owners like that into a club that's the face of the Premier League, a top six club, if they're the face of the Premier League, it's an absolute disgrace. I'm not religious, but not once would I ever wish to discriminate against anybody that's religious. I'm white. I wouldn't discriminate against anyone that's blacker than that. The fact that these Ricketts, they're scumbags, mate. And I keep looking at the shortlist, and the fact that they're there, in the likes of the Saudi Media Group or anybody else, or get anyone else apart from them, mate, I'm fuming. I cannot believe they're in the shortlist.
Yeah, I like I said, my quarrel with the Raine Group is the way that they have applied the criteria as we understand it. Unless the criteria that we understand isn't the criteria that we understand. Unless what we've been told is just a bit of breeze and what they've been actually asked to work with is something totally different, then and to be fair to the Raine Group, they are a business. So they did this. They spent a week working on this, and guess what? They got paid £30 million. So that's good business.
That's a joke as well.
That's good business for them. They've done their bit. They've stitched us up by putting these guys on that list, who I don't know, but could possibly have. We know they have a good relationship with the Raine Group, so maybe it will benefit them at some point in the future. I don't know. It is what it is. Before I go to Boogeyman, I wanna bring in Nick. Nick, what's your thoughts on all this, mate?
Yeah. It's so stressing, very stressing with everything. But about these three kids, they're one of the 3 or 4, whatever. But I don't think they have a chance in hell still. I don't think Marina, Czech, the rest of the board, except, like you said, DJ, like you said, Bruce Black, he's the only one who I have a problem with. But they're not going to take, they're not going to do what Bruce Black wants. In the end, it's Roman who tells Marina and the rest of them who he wants. He's going to have the final say. And I'm sure, I'm 100%, I'm sure they won't be our owners. I guarantee that to you, all of you. They won't be our owners.
I hope not.
They won't. You don't have to worry. Anyway, this new, the one who just come in, what's his name?
Stefan Pagluca.
Yeah, that, from he owns Atlanta. He's got a lot of money, like you said. He's loaded than anyone. So maybe he's thinking of letting go Atlanta, or maybe of getting now his dealings with this club he's a part of, and put it all into Chelsea. We don't know. Could be a good thing. We were waiting for someone of the unknown, and it looks like it's him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's the owner, or what's his name, Todd, the Todd Group. I don't mind, but the rest of them, especially the Ricketts,
Nick.
yeah.
Nick, I'll be honest with you. Right now, the way that the cards are being dealt, with the 4 options that we have, I don't really favor anyone over the other. I think it's a black hole whichever way we go. Literally, it's a black hole whichever way we go, because we all have expectations, but how realistic are these expectations to be fulfilled? I don't think there is a lot of hope in hell with these guys. However, there is one that I know I don't want to see at my club, and that's the Ricketts family. The rest, let the people in the know make up their mind and choose one. But in respect to the Ricketts, because of their history, because of what we do know,
Can I just?
Yeah,
that's enough for me. Go on, AJ.
Sorry, guys. Can I just ask you? Can I just ask you to go and check Absolute Chelsea? I do believe there's a breaking news. I think he said Cetricus now are the next bidder who have now been put into the list. It just broke now on Absolute Chelsea.
Under who? Under who? I see it. I see it. I see it. Hold on. I see it. I'm gonna share it. Hold on, give me a second. So we got breaking. Centricus are moving into the next round of the talks. More than 3 bids still in the race. Huh?
Conflicting.
Oh.
Didn't they say
that is interesting. That is interesting.
You see why we don't jump to conclusions? Because yesterday they were supposed to be out, right?
No.
Yeah,
We didn't know. We didn't know. No.
But it was tweeted that they were out yesterday.
No. They never declared themselves out. People assumed they were out. They never declared themselves out. I did not see anything from Centricus saying that they're out. I saw people talking about Kante, and then it was confirmed later. These guys never confirmed that they were out, or did they? Because if they did, I missed it.
I think I remember.
No, they didn't confirm anything.
No,
they didn't confirm.
No, but it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that these guys have been rejected, and this is why this morning I asked the question: why is a consortium who has paid 400 million above the rest gets rejected? Because these lads, they bidded 2.9 billion, while the other guys on that list, I think they bidded 2.5, 2.7. The maximum they bidded is 2.7. So the highest bid is still 200 million below these guys, and they get rejected when they are a massive company in the UK. Why would they get rejected? And that is why I was so baffled when I saw this. I thought to myself, the actual bid that was reported must have been wrong. They must have bidded less than that number, because for them to bid 400 million above the odds and still get rejected. Now, lads, the key is not that Centricus are still in it. That's not the key. The key is here. Where is it? More than 3 bids still in the race. More than 3 bids are still in the race. 3 bids on top of the 4 that we know.
So the previous
on top of the previous tweet is accurate. Those 4 are on that shortlist. But
didn't say that the shortlist was.
That was it. Yeah, that shortlist wasn't complete. So by this, but again, is it, how accurate is this guy here? How accurate is this guy here?
Yeah, who's that?
73.2.
How accurate is this guy?
I mean, I've seen him before. I think I've seen it. I've seen him before, but I don't know.
Who's that? Absolute Chelsea.
Panja.
Yeah, well,
Panja,
Tariq Panja.
Tariq Panja.
he's we can't really say he doesn't really know exactly what's going on. Even him, no one does know what's going on. But like we keep saying, there
This
could
could
be
be,
another few
yeah.
private bidders we don't know of among. That's what's going on. And
Yeah,
that's why
listen. Let's not confirm or deny. Let's not confirm or deny, because as we've learned so far with this roller coaster, it goes up and then it goes down quickly. All right, so we don't know. So people watching the stream, there may be three more bidders. Centric may be in, maybe out. Hey, guess what? In 5 minutes, you're gonna see breaking news. The Saudi media group are still in the race. We don't know. We don't know. I want to hear from Boogeyman. Boogeyman, how are you? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel.
Boogie.
What's your take on all this?
I'll say one word to Boogie. I thought you'd be at number 10 Downing Street. I was going to come in mid.
I still don't get it. What do you mean by number 10?
No, I get it because I like the points you made yesterday. I really do. I have it in my mind what you said. That was, brilliant comments what you made. It's so true. That's the thing. That's why I say big up to you.
Hold on. This is true. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is true. Breaking news. We only have 55 likes with 127 people on the stream. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? Seriously, 127 of you are watching the stream. Only 55 likes. Come on. Embarrassment. That is embarrassment. If you don't want to see the Ricketts by Chelsea Football Club, you know what you got to do. Smash that like one.
Yeah.
Boogie, take it away. Yeah, and subscribe.
Thanks for having me, man.
Big up, Boogeyman.
Yeah, big up GJ and all the panelists. The truth is, if you try to put any logic into all the stuff that keep coming out, okay, since this Ukrainian war, it just does not make any sense. Friday or 2 Fridays ago, it was the deadline for the bidders, and we know who trying to get the club. And yesterday or today should be the final list, and then someone come and say, "Oh, there is a unknown bidder that was added to the list." So just telling us not to worry about the process, or not to really take in consideration all the news that kept coming out, and just relax about it. Because no one on Twitter right now knows anything about what's going on. That's a fact. Just right. The Atlanta guy, yeah, people may not like it, other people may like it, but it's same as the Ricketts. Nobody knows exactly if those guys are still on the list, or is the out, or they qualify for the next round. We're just going to go around, talk about it, scream at each other, or get frustrated for nothing. I just think nobody knows what's going on right now, because there's no logic. Why do we have some unknown bidder waiting just add to the list? There's a process. If you not qualify for the next round, then you're not qualified. You should not just come and reach when they are competing in the first round. You cannot just be added to the second round. It's not like a FA Cup now. It doesn't work that way. So I don't believe in anything that I'm hearing today. I don't think there's a fourth bidder. I just think it's just no no real news is out there. People just kind of talking for talking. That's what it is.
So you don't think Stefan Pagluca is actually on that
No,
list?
if I believe in it, then that just means all the stuff I've been hearing for 2 weeks now. People talking about, okay, the Rain group has decided there's a 3 bid. All those information are false. Because then, like, where is it come from? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I think
My
I
point
think I
is
agree with Boogeyman.
my
Yeah.
point is there's a people out there like Matlaw, like all those things that have some connection with Chelsea, that are just spinning the entire Chelsea base, and just like when I listen to GJ Sab, one of the coolest guy I've one of the coolest panelists. Never lose
Is
his
he is
temper.
is he is he cooler
But
than me?
yeah, way cooler, 100, 95%. You still 60. You know,
No.
no, no, and I heard him say, I mean, if the new buyer, the new owner come, he want buck out, and I've never heard JJ Saab talk like that. It's just let's just relax about this whole situation. No one know what's going on right now. That's a fact. There's no
Yeah,
logic in it, whatever we listen to.
exactly. We're just wasting our time chasing shadows because
Exactly.
yeah, but we can still
No,
talk about it, obviously. But
no,
yeah,
we
we
can talk
don't.
about it, but not get emotional about it. I'm pretty sure people just kind of spinning us, throwing us bones, and we jump on it, and then like, okay, we throw another one out, and we jump on it, we fight, we get emotional about it. At the end of the day, the process is still going on, and nobody knows. I'm pretty sure. My frustration is this is going to last up to the end of April. We're still not going to have a buyer. This house
Yeah.
is going to go as slow as. And the problem with all that is a contract with our players. The problem with all that is Chelsea cannot make any substantial decision, and we
All
just
right,
cut this whole thing. Breaking news
breaking
again.
news.
Okay.
Yeah, breaking news. All right, all right. And again, I don't know how accurate this dude is, but it's been retweeted by Nazar Kinsella. It's been retweeted by Nazar Kinsella, and this is what it says. It says Boston Celtics and Atlanta. Let me just make it bigger. Boston Celtics and Atlanta co-owner Stefan Pagluca joins shortlist to buy Chelsea, but told there is an unknown bidder who has made the shortlist. So there is 5 groups in contention, at least.
You
Are you
see,
hearing this?
the unknown bidder was
It, look-
supposed to be Stefan. What's his name? And
Hold on,
that
hold
was-
on, hold 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 on. Let this sink in. Let this sink in. 2 minutes ago, we just saw a tweet by some guy who we don't really know much about, saying there is 3 more bidders, as well as Centric. Centric are still in it with 3 more bidders, which does make sense because we said Centric, as far as I know, are the ones with the highest bid. 2.9 billion pounds, 3.9 or 3.7 billion dollars, something like that. All right. Now, Centric are still in it with 3 bidders. That's what we heard a couple of minutes ago. Now, this guy has said that there is another unknown bidder, and there might be more. So there might be 6 bidders. And this tweet, if it wasn't for Nazar Kinsella, it would not be on my timeline, because Nazar Kinsella retweeted it. Are you understanding? Are you seeing this? So that list is not complete. There is still more to come. There is still more to come.
At least 5.
At least 5, if not 6. I mean, one person by their estimate, it's 8. The list is 8. This guy is saying 6. Let me bring in Tobago. Tobago has jumped on. Let me just bring him in and let's hear his opinion, and then we'll continue. Tobago, welcome to the stream. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good, and I'm good, guys. How are you?
We're doing
Big
good.
up,
We're
G,
doing
man.
good. Let me hear your thoughts, mate. Let me hear your thoughts.
Actually, I was watching Sky Sports today, and then they said there might be more new bidders because, like, some people who bid for Chelsea, they didn't get more clarity what happened to their bids, so they are still complaining to Raine what is happening, why our bids are not accepted, uh, on and on. And then until now, we are not sure who is in and stuff. But what they said there, they said from Monday or during the weekend, they're not sure. They're going to give the fund runners a password to all financial aspect of Chelsea Football Club, the contracts and everything. Just to know if you are going to buy Chelsea, you should know what you are getting yourself into. And then they're going to come to London and then propose their ideas for Chelsea looking forward. After that, Marina, who Bruce back, and everyone will make a decision on them who should own Chelsea Football Club. That's what I was reading today.
All right. Just 1 second, lads. There's another tweet here, and it's becoming stupid now. This is becoming stupid. Seriously. But I mean, come on, make up your mind. Literally, make up your mind.
I think there's a group of friends sitting down us, man.
Yeah. All right. Listen, this is absolute Chelsea again, and thank you for Matty for bringing this to my attention. Centricas are out. And this has been confirmed by a guy MJ.
Oh God.
Matt Slater. Matt Slater says they're out. Okay, now Tarek said they're in, and absolute Chelsea. Look, if anyone is listening from absolute Chelsea, do us a favour and just get your information sorted out before you're tweeting it, because you're taking the mic now. You're taking the mic.
They always cover
Seriously.
their backs with the ads at the end. Oh, this is from them, by the way. It's not from us. We're just.
Yeah, I know, but
It's funny. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not nice. It's not nice. Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay, now just one question. Tobago, have you timed out anybody in the chat?
I did what?
Did you time anybody out in the chat? Did you put anybody on a timeout?
Yes.
Why?
That person, he was saying I don't want to say on your stream.
What was it? Was he racist? Was he what was it? Was he rude? What was he doing?
The shit weight. So I've told him not to say.
That's all right. Don't be too strict, man. Don't be too strict. Allow him. People listen. People are angry. People are frustrated. They can use a little bit of leniency in their terminology. They just can't drop the F bomb or the C bomb. Just those two are not wanted. Any racism is not wanted. So, but if people want to use a little bit of a diverse vocabulary, allow it. Just be cool. Be cool. Tobago, thank you very much. No, it's good. It's good. Much love, much respect, and just take it easy with your powers. You get me?
Yo, Tobago, please don't ban me, yo. Please.
Yo, one second. CFC 11. Look, you're welcome on this channel, and so is everybody else. And I know sometimes emotions get the better of us, but let's just try and be a little bit polite and a little bit courteous with each other. Whenever it is humanly possible, let's just try and do that. Tobago, thank you very much, brother. I will speak to you again very soon. Take care, brother.
On the stream, man. The people in the chat, show some respect to Tobago.
Yeah. Big up Tobago. Big up Tobago.
Yeah,
my policeman.
100%.
My policeman. My 5-0, my Fed. Big up to Tobago. Thank you, brother. All right. Who else? Listen, guys, the link is in the chat. Do me a favor and click on that link, and you're welcome to jump on. We will listen to you. I'd love to get your thoughts and opinions. So click on that link, jump on, and let me hear what you have to say. Especially now that we have this situation, because let's be honest, that shortlist wasn't very attractive. Wasn't very. What's the word here? I wasn't very optimistic about it. So I want to know what you guys think about the developments of the shortlist expanding. 6, 7, 8.
It's getting longer,
know.
isn't it? It's getting longer than.
I need to rotate one individual. I have Bobby coming on. So who can I rotate with Bobby?
Do you want me to?
Who?
I can go if you want me to.
I can.
Well, it's all right. DJ, I'll go.
Up to you guys. Up to you guys.
DJ, yeah,
You
it's
should-
all right. I'll go.
Nick's
I need
just-
to do something. Yeah.
All right, Nick.
Nick, if you want to come back, just let us know. Yeah, you can just come back.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Click on. And,
I've been listening, but just it's all right. Yeah.
all right. Cheers, Nick. Thank you, my brother. Have a good night, and I'll speak to you again. All right, Bobby Smoke Signals. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I know you rushed back from work to jump on here, so I hope you didn't run anybody over or crash anybody on the way back to your house, mate.
Poor Bobby.
No, I'm
Big up
good.
to you, Bobby.
I'm good. All right, guys. Although I'm having my dinner, but it's all good.
Bobby, have you heard the latest breaking news?
Well, I'm sort of hearing. Yeah, we've got a short list, and now it sounds like it's a long list. So what's
That's a good way to put it. It's a long list. It ain't no short list anymore. It's become longer. Yo, the long list. Firstly, give me your thoughts regarding the short list, and then give me your thoughts regarding the potential long list.
Well, I kind of had a feeling that the Ricketts family would be in the shortlist. I still don't think they're going to be the favoured bidder, but because of the case they put forward, I think everyone just wants to look at it, and maybe the board is watching to see whether the fan base
It's going to react.
open to accept their apology. I'm becoming a bit curious about this Todd Bowley guy. I don't know how much is behind him. That's the only thing. And he owns a baseball club and now wanting to own Chelsea. I just don't know how that will balance. He's going to need quite some financing. And he's not noisy. He sent out his signals once, and he looks like he's making, his plans and his money do the talking. But even I don't know how much he's worth. I really don't. I don't know how much the consortium is worth. It's got to be worth quite a bit for them to be shortlisted. And then the other guy, the Broughton guy, I don't know much about him either. So it's getting a bit interesting.
Bobby, do you think the Ricketts situation is going to require us to take action as fans?
Well, I don't know. It's a difficult one. I don't like to see agitation around my club. I really don't. I don't want any of that disharmony. But I think making their voice heard, clearly fans don't want them. Personally, I don't know. It's a mixed bag with me. I've seen so much.
So I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. Breaking news. Sky Sports. This is Sky Sports this time. So we can have a little bit of trust in what they're saying. The short list is not complete at the moment. But
how reliable are Sky Sports nowadays?
Sky Sports, to be honest, they're a little bit more reliable than Absolute Chelsea at the moment. even not Absolute Chelsea is referring to them. Say again?
Now, and Carve just spoke, and he said nothing about a long list. They're still talking.
Hasn't he mentioned it? Because Carve is quite accurate in his statements. He's quite good. He hasn't mentioned anything.
He hasn't.
What about
the fan base are in a bit of a frenzy. That's why quite a bit of the time I switched off this.
That's
I
it.
think we're getting too worked up. And people throw stories out there. I know there are some fans that love it. They love seeing they wind people up even more. I'm watching Sky Sports now. They've said nothing. Carve's just finished talking. He said nothing. So, I don't know.
Is Damesh there? Or is just Carve?
Damesh is actually the anchor with the black girl, and then Carve came on and said his bit. Really, that's all. There's nothing. No, the yellow line underneath where they
Breaking
news. Breaking news. Nothing. The breaking news is the bomb at the Formula One thing in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Well, I don't know what to make of this. I think people should just stay calm. It's clear nobody wants the Ricketts. For me, I'm not sure I'm that hell bent against them. I'm looking at it more at the fact that they haven't performed with the club they own, than what their dad said or whatever. I mean, these things, I don't know, I don't know, but clearly there are people that are very offended by it. And as a result of that, they shouldn't be involved with the club. That's just how I look at it. That plus their performance with their own sporting.
Again, I apologize, Bobby. The same person who reported that Centric are out is also confirming now. He's confirming now that there is one more mystery bid. All right. So maybe it's not Centric, but maybe it's someone else. But I keep saying, why would Centric be out? Why would Centric be out? When they are the ones.
They say that about the Saudi media group.
Yeah, but Bobby, I could hear and I can understand the reasoning for the Saudi media group, even though it doesn't apply to Stefan Pagluca, because it would take him a while to buy Chelsea Football Club because he's got to sell Atlanta before he can buy Chelsea. All right, so it's the time situation applies to the Saudis, but doesn't apply to this guy. Now, yeah, he's the co-owner, but he owns 55%. So he's the major stakeholder, major share owner of Atlanta. Now, in respect to Centric, sorry, Bobby.
That is a problem.
That is a problem. That is a problem. And the issue I have here with Centric have made the highest bid in respect to value. They are a British company, and yet they have been rejected by Raine. Why? What is it about this company that didn't ring true? They do have the money. They do have legitimate. Sorry, but that's what I'm saying. Because right now, the list that we're seeing, there is potentially a few more bidders in there. Could it be that we're going to see a consortium being formed by some of the rejected bids coming together to make one massive consortium and going through? Because the Saudis indicated that they will do that. Nick Kante indicated that he could do that. Maybe they join forces and they're going to put something forward. It could get quite tasty. It could get quite tasty. I mean,
yeah, but just if you go after Chelsea as opponents, and then you don't get the bid because you're not good enough, and then you decided to get together to buy Chelsea, it would be stupid from our part to sell the Chelsea for a group that don't have any experience working together. They just met each other 3 days ago, and now they cannot get Chelsea, and they say, okay, let's get together and buy it. And what
just like Kim and Candy decided to split up 5 minutes after.
I can't be after that.
2 months after getting Chelsea, they cannot get along. They cannot have a unique strategy to run the club, and then what do? We found now.
So true.
And we found
So
out
true.
No way. Anyways, I don't think those people deserve to be anywhere close to the club. But as Bobby was saying, I don't want to get too political, but I'm pretty sure, like I heard on this channel, that there's a lot of Arabs that don't like too much Abramovich and whatever he's done in Israel or whatever that thing is. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be the same thing with the Ricketts also. At the end of the day, I love Abramovich, but what he done to the club for the club, maybe there's a gray zone for the Ricketts also. If their patriarchs that say those stupid things, those racist things, is not involved in it, maybe we should just look past that. And if they offer the best future moving forward with Chelsea, and Chelsea fan decided to build the stadium and whatever that thing is, maybe there's a Chelsea fan that are ready to look past the old man comments. I'm not sure, man. But
now, they can say whatever they want, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. I don't want them anywhere near the club. I mean, once a racist, always a racist, and that's just the way it is. I don't want them scumbags anywhere near the club, and that's the way it is. In terms of this, mate, I mean, I don't know about you lads, but this ownership saga is getting boring now. The deadline was on Friday, right? Get on with it, man. Because I keep seeing reports on absolute Chelsea. You know,
why are we paying them 30 million if they can't even stick to a deadline?
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Look, I would understand if they were flexible, like maybe the cut off officially was Sunday, and in that week they've got the whole week to prepare. I mean, I should be getting the 30 million, mate, because
It's taking them 2 weeks. It's taking them 2 weeks to go through the bids. Yeah. We're supposed to sell the club by the end of the month, and end of next month. Yeah.
I mean, it'll take next year. Next year will be sold.
Like that deadline is fake. It's not real, man.
Someone say the government is not involved. I guarantee you they are involved. It's all politics. We just sat here fighting between each other, and they're just there looking at us. And as long as we keep talking about it, we don't talk about the real issue the British people are going through in the UK. So they're happy. That's all they're going to do for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. Just spin us around, put it in a spaghetti plate, and put a tomato sauce on us, and we fight between us. We don't see anything, and at the end, they give the club to Ricketts so we can go on the street, fight, and guess what? It's going to be like that for the next. I mean, what do you think?
Or maybe Roman stays, the peace talks get sorted out, and he
never
gets all
his
these sanctions
never
removed, and then he can stay on as a football club. Maybe that at this rate.
Why should Roman, after all of this, why should Roman then say, "Oh,
I know. I'm just saying, Nick. I'm just saying."
Yeah, look, it's not. It is what it is. Like you can't treat someone like that and just.
Like they disrespect. It went too far. I know. Too far.
I know.
And I don't even think Chelsea fan will back Roman enough. Anyway, that's my point.
No, I mean I'll always back Roman for till the day I die.
You're sitting on the Twitter saying you back Roman. Are you backing Roman seriously?
What do you mean?
From the Twitter, you're not doing anything. Get on the street, man.
What? Say again?
Listen. We hold on. Kiss. Wait, one second. Boogeyman. We are law-abiding citizens. We will protest.
From the Twitter.
Together. We will protest together. We will do it in a manner which will allow us to be heard. All right. You're encouraging some next level thing, man. That's a lot of stuff.
You protest.
Yeah, Boogeyman, just fly over.
Listen. Canada is part of the Commonwealth, yeah. So go out there and do something.
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm sure there's you can gather some funds from one of the supporters clubs in Canada.
Listen, Boogeyman, Julius, Couch Critic, Courtney, Mikhail. Who else do we have? We've got at least 10 of yous out there. Just go and do something, man. Protest.
Yeah, wear your Chelsea shirts and shout, "We want Roman back." Reality is, Roman's not coming back.
Oh man, I've never shied away of playing.
Look to the future. Roman's not coming back. We all love Roman. He's not coming back.
Roman is a victim in this whole thing.
He is a victim. We all agree, but he's not coming back. So we need to look at the future. So there's no point in keep going on about Roman. He's not coming back. So
you don't know that. You just don't know that.
He's not coming back.
No, but why he's not coming back? Not just because of
no one knows
because of him. Like why would
he? Yeah, medical.
If you were Roman, you wouldn't come. Like you said it yourself. If you were Roman, you wouldn't come back. So we shouldn't assume that he'll come back. That bridge has been burnt. It just is what it is.
You know what I mean? I love Roman, but he's never coming back. I mean, we need to look at the future. That's what I'm saying about ambition. I want
There's no future, man.
There is a future. What are you about? You know what I mean? We're not dead. Like, there is a future. So, but like the thing with the protesting, like that's what I'm saying. Mo, you said it perfect. Timing's key. If we just go out willy-nilly, right, and say in front of the government and say we want Roman, you know what the media is going to say, don't you? And I know you say don't listen to the media, but you know what they're going to say, don't you? Oh, Chelsea fans are with Russia against Ukraine. But if we protest,
I listen. If this is true, this is crazy.
Here we know more breaking news. Here we go.
Yeah, but I'm kind of surprised at this. Like, listen, guys, check this out. Hey, what was Kante saying? More, we can't protest in Canada. They put us in jail. Hey, listen, Courtney, it's Boogeyman. You know what I mean? It's his idea, not my idea. You get me? Hey, listen.
I don't know
Aye.
what part of Canada guy live, but we can protest.
Breaking news. All right. This is weird, man. Listen, check this out. Yeah, it says sources have indicated that Todd Bowley's offer for Chelsea is just south of 2.5 billion. So it's less than 2.5 billion. While the Sir Martin Borton and Sebastian Coe bid is said to be just below that.
So what? Todd Bowley's is what 2.4, and
Let's say 2.4, and these guys are bidding below that, so 2.3, and Centricus bid was 2.9.
what?
The Saudi Media Group was 2.7. People, are you hearing this?
Yeah.
Saudi Media Group bidded 2.7.
How much is
Centricus bidded 2.9, and they went for these lots bids.
how much Roman wanted for the club?
3 billion.
Right?
3 billion.
But it's not just about the initial bid. It's also about, can you keep funding the club for an indefinite duration?
Well, the higher you're going to bid, the more finances you have at your disposal, right?
Surely they've got to show Raine Group the
No, I don't
financials.
think
though.
so. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but surely they've got to show Raine Group the financials. Surely Raine Group will not just say, okay, you've bid that, and give it. Surely they've got to show how much they've actually got to invest in the team, and they can keep that sustainable, surely, I think.
I have a question for Bobby. Bobby, do you really think? Oh no. I'm pretty sure I don't. I know.
Bobby's having his dinner. Leave him alone, man.
Oh, okay. but let me put something. Let me ask the question the entire panel. So let's say someone is offering something start of 2.5. Like we all said, it's not about your bid is about how much you have, like the remainder of your wealth for the future. After paying that money, you have to have the money for the transfer, for the stadium, and all those things. Isn't it a good opportunity for
Boogie, your audio's all over the place. Your audio's all over the place, Boogie.
Not that my audio, your internet, man.
No.
No, yeah.
Okay, all our internet's not working. Yeah, all our internet's not working.
Yeah, is it better, man? Is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
That's better. Good. So, isn't it an idea just for Roman to pick one of the bidder and just say, listen, I know you offer 2.5 or 2.3, but I will sell the club. We'll sell the club for 1, and the other 1.5 you invest that in the club for the next 10 years. Why can't Roman do something like that? I know he's not making that decision, the government, but everybody keeps saying we're selling the club for 3 billion. Nobody's paying that money, and we know
that's what he wanted.
after investing 2.5, there's going to be difficulty for any other bidder to invest a lot in the club. So
but I also heard that the club's valuation will keep reducing over time. That's what they kept reporting in the media.
So my point is, if Roman loved the club, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people here will say, and Roman will have the best intention on the club, he can just run the club, just not run the club, just whatever bid coming, just say, okay, we will have a clause in the contract saying you pay this, the entire money is going to the Ukrainian victim, and 1 billion is enough. So then the other billion is invested in the club, and is invested in the club.
Why hasn't the value of the club gone down at all?
It's not going down
since this thing happened.
Because
why hasn't it gone down?
I think it's an auction, right? So everybody see more. You see more people talk about it, more the value goes up, right?
It's interesting. I don't.
Okay, the Athletic has confirmed Stefan Pagluca. It's been confirmed. He is the mystery bidder.
Yeah, so Athletic is a reliable source, eh?
Yes.
But wasn't there more than one?
Didn't the other two? So there's one more. So this is 1 plus 1 more.
At least one more. At least one more.
At least one more. So what are the chances that the future owner becomes one of these mystery bidders? Because I have a feeling that whoever owns the club in the end might be somebody who isn't really, in the public too much, in the media too much. They'll just come in, buy the club quietly, and then 2 weeks later we'll find out.
Yeah, but Eric,
Well,
what was the problem of Abramovich? He is linked up with Putin, right? That's why we are in this big mess.
yes, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you want
But
some unknown dude that we don't know anything, and then we figure we
no,
end
but
up
Boogeyman,
what is
Boogeyman,
that?
this is a contradiction. That's a contradiction because Martin Broughton's partner with Martin, Lord Sebastian Coe, has connections with oligarchs in the past. So this is what we're saying. This is a contradiction. How can you sanction Roman because of his that's a deadly connection with Putin, but then give potentially to Sebastian Coe, who's got connections to the, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. It's all the government's
Exactly.
hand.
Hold,
That's
hold
what
on,
I mean.
hold on,
It's going to be
hold on,
difficult
hold
to
on, hold on.
transform
Wait,
Roman.
wait, wait. I'm gonna just do a little bit of marketing here. A little bit of marketing. Look, people. I need you to see this. I don't normally show this screen because it's a private screen, but I want you guys to look at it and just look how close we are to hitting 10k. All right, that's how close we are to hitting 10k. We are 128 subscribers away from hitting 10,000. All right, so if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the content and you want to help a Chelsea YouTuber hit that milestone, all you got to do is hit that red button and make it blue. Hit that red button. Just make it not red anymore because it depends what theme you're using. It might go to grey, it might go to a different color. But hit that red button that says subscribe and turn that bell notification button on. I would very much appreciate that, lads. All right, sorry to interrupt you guys. We have someone who's jumping on. All right, we got Gabrielle. So Gabrielle is going to come on in the capacity of a person from the chat rather than a panelist. So we're going to hear him out and then we're going to kick him out. Gabrielle, welcome to the stream. How are you? I hope you're doing good, brother.
Good, brother.
Welcome. I want to hear. I want to hear your thoughts, man. I want to hear your thoughts.
You don't want to hear my thoughts, yeah? This is Gabriel Light.
I do. Oh, Gabriel Light. All right. Sugar free. Let's hear it.
No aspartame, yeah? No aspartame. Only natural.
All right. let me hear. No, Gabriel. Seriously, I want to hear. What your take is on all of this because it has really been a roller coaster of a ride over the past 10 days at least. So, what's your take on what you've heard so far and where we are right now?
No, fair play. It has been a roller coaster, and I think we've got to reevaluate without going too emotional and political. It is a wake-up call for me personally. So we've got to sort of think that, the way we see things is that it is all about money. It was all about politics and all this thing about certain owners from certain nationalities and from certain demographics. And at the end of the day, Chelsea is an institution, and I think we've just got to try and salvage something from all this mess. And maybe we've been a bit of a football in all this. And I don't know, maybe I've sort of lost my train of thought in saying this, but I think we've just got to not buy into all the rumor mongering and all this person is worth X amount and that person is worth X amount. And when you go to buy a house, you present a certain percentage and then you get additional investment from the bank in order to afford the purchase of the property. So similarly with Chelsea, that's what it's going to be like. So we shouldn't focus so much on the net worth of this person and that person. So
okay, well,
we lost him.
Yeah, but he's taking
Yeah.
train of thought, so maybe
Yeah, no. He was talking about net worth and he's forgot to pay his Wi-Fi provider. So that's what happens when you don't pay your bills, mate. No, seriously, Gabrielle, if you can connect again, we'd love to have you back on to finish your statement. You might want to top up your
your meter.
internet, your meter. Yeah. All right, guys. Are you optimistic pessimistic? What is your look for the future of Chelsea Football Club? Because
It's simple as to me. For me, it's simple. We're not going to get the best owner. We're going to get someone, and we're going to learn to like him, or other just learn to be the Chelsea fan and just navigate through the storms and whatever happened. We may end up being like an Arsenal team where we're just going to rely on
No chance.
academy and all those things, and end up being a middle table team. And listen, it's going to be the future for me doesn't look bright at all for me. To be honest with you, and because I am Chelsea Abramovich fan, and Abramovich is not part of it anymore, and I just don't feel confident enough to whatever those bidders that they list. And after all this comment we be reading on Twitter and all those analysis on the potential bidders or the potential buyers, I just feel like there's nothing good coming up, and whoever we get, we're just going to learn to live together. It's just like a marriage, yeah. Sometimes you just get yourself into it, and you stick to it.
But
If you
no,
don't,
but you know what it is, right? Obviously, like we're not going to get the best owner. You know why? Because the best owner is no longer at the club, Roman Abramovich, right? And look, we know this. We know we're not going to get the best owner. But I want someone to come in that's ambitious enough to at least.
what is the best of
The best owner,
the?
Roman Abramovich.
Yeah,
He's
but-
the best owner.
All right, hold on. Wait. Look, there's a question here from Daniel Crane. He says, where is it? What do you think of Steve Ballama? What? Look, I'll be honest with you, Daniel. I didn't know who Stefan Pagluca was until 2 hours ago. I didn't know who he was. When he was mentioned, I researched him and I found a little bit about him. I don't know, half of these people who they were up until we started to read and find out about them. Look, anyone who tells you they know everything about these bidders, they're lying, because most of us only became familiarized with these individuals once we saw the links and the connections to Chelsea Football Club. So I don't know about this dude, we will address them as and when they are mentioned and they are be linked with us. I don't know. Look, what I'm going to do is this. I will address one more topic, and then we will do a Q&A for about 45 minutes to an hour. I want to do the Q&A that we promised. The topic that I want to address is a football topic. And this is crazy, huh? This is a Chelsea football channel, fan channel. We're actually going to talk about football for a little bit. We haven't done that for a while. So I want to talk about a footballing topic for a little bit, and then we'll do a Q&A. So if you guys are interested in football-related matters, this might just be the channel for you. Now, this is... I know, it's crazy. I know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been politics, it's been finance, it's been everything apart from football for the past God knows how long. This is the issue that I want to address. Now, Eden Hazard is about to have ankle surgery. Now, isn't it a bit of a coincidence that he decided to have his surgery just before the fixtures with Chelsea, Champions League, and could what have happened last year being the catalyst? Like, you know what? I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go. Hold on. I just want to do the screen. I don't want to go through this again. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it. Allow this, game with Chelsea, man. Kurt Zuma isn't there anymore, but I still got friends over there, and I don't want to get in trouble. So my question to you guys is Eden Hazard's future under threat with Real Madrid?
Yes.
Is there a potential?
No.
Chelsea
No.
return, especially
No.
now that Chelsea are.
It's a threat.
No.
It's a threat, mate. It's a
Alright.
threat.
This is a very depressing topic. I have to be honest.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
No, I'm
Get
sorry,
people
but-
to jump away from the stream. Why don't you?
No, but it's like even that picture that you brought up.
Welcome to the Blue Lounge, the most depressing Chelsea fan channel on YouTube.
But look at that image that you just brought up from the. Look, he looks. Ever since he left Chelsea, it's just been downhill. There hasn't been anything good since he left Chelsea. I mean, look at that picture. That doesn't look happy at all.
He looks like he's crying.
Yeah. He looks like he's.
It's not down here.
he's
I don't
in
think
distress.
it's down here. He's still on a plateau, man.
Every
He
time I
doesn't wanna
look at
be there.
Hazard
He doesn't
at
wanna be
Madrid,
there.
I just feel sad. That's the truth. I feel sad. I do.
No, but that's what I'm
Because-
saying. Mo, you know when you spoke about Hazard, when you were January, remember you were talking about Usman Dembele. You said, would I have him? And then there was rumours of Hazard. Mate, I'm still sticking to it. I don't want Hazard back at the club, and I'll tell you why. Because I love him that much. That I don't want him to come here because he's not going to perform to the same standard that he was when he left. Right? He left on a high. He got the Europa League, went to Madrid. He left on a high. I don't want him to come back and he's spending more time in the NHS than playing for Chelsea.
But
No,
what I
because-
don't,
Like, he's not the same
understand is-
player. He's done. Like his career for me.
Yeah, no. I agree. Listen. We are going through a pandemic at the moment. Having Dembele and Hazard at Chelsea Football Club. I mean, Pulisic has been hard enough on the NHS as it is now. But in Hazard and Dembele, then we're going to
Even
have
Ben
problems with
Chilwell's
the
injured.
NHS.
We've got so many. He's Eden Hazard. As sad as to say, his career's not. I'm not going to say done because he can still play. But his career's not at a high level anymore.
Alright.
People keep saying Hazard will ruin his own legacy by coming to Chelsea. That's a nonsense.
No.
Why? Why is it?
Why is
Why-
it?
why-
We know
why-
what
why?
Hazard has contributed to Chelsea. If you were
Yes,
a
I know.
Chelsea fan
Yes,
for
I
the
know.
last
But
for
the
the
It's not
last
the
7,
same.
8,
He's not the
10
same
years,
player. He's
you
different.
know what Hazard has contributed. If Hazard come back and for some reason he cannot perform on that level, then what? Then
No,
you
I'm
have
not talking
then
about that.
then
I'm
for
talking
you
about
Hazard is not as
fans
good.
get on his back.
I don't understand that.
You know, the
Drogba
fans
come
will come
back.
back. Do you know what I mean?
No, but-
Look at Mourinho. Look at Mourinho when he came in. You know, when he left. You know
But
when he left.
listen, I'll put this one also out. The fact that Mourinho came back to Chelsea does not change anything about
No.
how
But what
I
I'm saying
respect
is,
Mourinho. I
look,
know who
but the
Mourinho
fans'
was
mentalities is
in 2004,
when he doesn't put in a 10
2005,
out of 10
2007.
performance, fans
What?
are going to jump on him and they're
Okay.
going to.
Who cares?
How many Chelsea fans like Mourinho now? How many?
Not many.
What's the
You
percentage?
just don't understand. Like it now, who cares? That's a football.
No, but
If you
but
know
we
what
like-
Mourinho has done to
we
Chelsea,
like
what
Hazard.
he's done to
You're not
Chelsea,
understanding it.
you know, he put us on the
No,
map.
you're missing the point. Look,
No, it's not even about
Mourinho-
missing the point. It's because the fans are too emotional. Mourinho has done a job at certain time of the Chelsea existence. He's done the proper job. He came back. He done another proper job. It didn't work out. He got fired. Okay,
I'm gonna interrupt you for 1 second, Boogeyman. People in the chat, do me a favor. Hashtag CFC. Type in the chat hashtag CFC. We're gonna select one of you to address us with a question that we will answer for you. So if you want to ask us a question in the chat, type in hashtag CFC, and we will get to answering your questions in due course. So once again, hashtag CFC. Boogeyman, I want to ask you this. Boogeyman. So when you leave the club, that is it? Done? We forget about you?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that's what you were saying. That.
No, I just say Hazard can come back to Chelsea, and the fan that want to disrespect
flop.
Hazard because he's not performing properly, they are in their right to do so. But me as a fan, I see Hazard coming.
okay. So, but then
Cannot
why
pass
do you?
the ball, go back and sit on the
Why
bench.
do you-
I'm
why
not
do you
going
want
to say
him
Hazard
to-
is not good.
No,
But
but why do you want him
back?
to come
There's no-
back?
There's no use. There's no logic to it.
Why do you want him to come back?
What do I want Hazard to come back?
Yes.
Because I know the potential, what he can do to this club.
No, he's 30 years old. There's no
Oh!
potential.
I actually thought you were against Hazard coming back. You're actually for it.
I'm for Hazard coming back.
Oh,
because
okay. All right. Oh, yeah,
everybody
all right.
keep talking about he will ruin his own legacy. I
No,
said,
but we know he's.
nonsense.
But we know
What
he's
is
not
that
the same.
nonsense?
He's not the same player.
Well, it's not
He's not the
nonsense, is it?
same.
Who says so?
come on. Look at
when
how he's been
when
struggling.
Lucas Modric went to Real Madrid, the first 2 or 3 years, or no, let's just say the first 2 years, he was deemed the worst signing of Real Madrid history.
No, but he
Look
wasn't
at what he's
injured all the
doing now.
time.
It's
Hazard has
all
been
about.
injured.
Listen, it's all about how he feel, how he's feeling the club. Hazard may come back to Chelsea and become something great. Drogba came back to Chelsea. He was not starting
No,
all
but
the
diff-
games.
Drogba is
But
a
at the end of the day, are you
different-
going to say Drogba ruin his legacy?
No,
No,
but it's a different. Drogba is a
no,
different.
it's not different. You have
No,
to see
no,
Hazard
no.
back again.
Drogba came and won the Premier League. There's a difference, mate.
Look,
Oh, come
Drogba
on.
came
That's-
and he contributed and
yeah.
he won the league. It's
Yo,
not
listen,
the same
you
scenario.
are entitled to what you think about Hazard. If
Yeah,
Hazard
I know I
come
am.
back,
Yeah, I know
I
I am.
will support Hazard, and even if Hazard
Of
go on the
course,
field
we'll
and not
support
scoring
him.
goals or
See, we
making
all will
mistakes
support
or
Hazard.
cannot do
of course
anything,
we'll
I will
support.
still think
Come
Hazard
on.
is a legend.
He's not the same player.
It's not the same. Look,
Can we not have overlapping conversations, please? Can we like just get one person talking at the same time?
Yeah, exactly.
And guys, if you don't want to ask questions, fine. I mean, I thought I'll do this for you. Hashtag CFC if you want to ask a question, but if you don't want to ask any questions, we can take that whole thing away. So it's up to you. If you guys want to ask questions, give me 5 hashtags and we'll do that. Look, Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard is a fantastic player with a fantastic legacy at Chelsea Football Club. Him coming back, in my opinion, will not ruin his legacy.
Thank you.
It will not ruin his legacy. I think those of us who expect Hazard to come back and play like he did before he left, then we are,
You don't know what football
we are foolish. We're foolish, So we have to accept him coming back under certain conditions, certain scenarios. I mean, what I'm reading is if we do get him to come back, it will be something similar to the Gareth Bale loan, whereby we cover part of his wages and Real Madrid cover the other part. And that will benefit both of us because Real Madrid don't want him at the club. They don't want to use him. Therefore, us taking him on and paying part of his wages would be ideal for them because it's less money that they're going to have to spend anyway. And for us, we've got a player that has a lot of history with us. Now, if he comes back and then he starts to perform and starts to do bits, we may put in an option to buy it on that loan deal, and then we may end up paying a little bit of money for him and keeping him. Eden Hazard has a lot to add when it comes to off the field value as well as on the field value. I think he does have something to add on the field and off the field. I think the fact that he has the history with us, that he has the legacy with us, his mentality will change. Once he puts on that Chelsea shirt, his mentality, his motivation to play football will change. We will see a better Hazard than that who's playing at Real Madrid, but we will not see a better Hazard than that who played for Chelsea.
100%.
So am I against it? No. Am I for it? Yes. But under the right conditions.
I'm pretty sure
I have
Hazard
some
himself
questions,
knows that if he has to come back to Chelsea with all the struggle we're going through, it's going to be under like a really tight financial condition. And if he come back and he knows that Chelsea can get his smile back, because it only take the fact that you feel like, okay, these people trust me and I have some responsibility in here. He will take the ball and try to create something about when we are find ourselves in a difficult situation. None of our front three right now can do that. So if Hazard can do half of what he used to do for Chelsea, who talk about legacy? I don't think you guys understand that at all.
It's interesting you say that because so does Hazard coming back affect his legacy if he doesn't perform? Not for me.
No, not for me.
Does it lead to criticism and memes on Twitter that don't need to exist? Yes.
Yeah, but what is that going to change? It doesn't change anything.
For me, I don't need to see that, and I already know that the version of Hazard that
some things are left best alone. You left on a high, leave it at that. We need to
Yeah,
look
look,
forward, not in the past. Simple as that.
the version of Hazard that comes back to Chelsea will not be sufficient, and you have to, does the risk outweigh the reward? Is it worth paying even a portion of the wages? I don't even know how much. How much is that on now? Is it 300k per week? So okay, so if Chelsea pay,
350, I think.
Okay, so if Chelsea pay like 125, 175. If Chelsea pay 175,000 pounds per week
for a risk,
this version of Hazard, do you think that is money well spent?
We paid a lot more than that for Saul Niguez, man.
And that was bad, right? That was bad. That was a bad spend.
That was bad. So we don't want to make the same mistake.
So this would just be same.
But you're actually putting Hazard and Niguez in the same boat.
No. I'm not talking about the money value. I'm talking about the wages.
But we talk about, okay, he's not what he used to be. He's constantly getting injured. Will that improve in a more difficult league? I don't think it will. And then assuming that he gets over the whole injury thing, how will he be able to perform on a consistent basis? Is that good enough for Chelsea? Is that good enough to get us where we want to, improve us even a little bit from where we are now?
I don't understand this whole consistent basis. Drogba came back and played for us. Was Drogba playing on consistent basis?
Drogba wasn't injury prone before he came back, was he? He wasn't having injury
but
problems.
Drogba was not performing. Drogba came most of the time off the bench. That's what Hazard would do.
And he contributed, and he wouldn't cost.
You don't even know if Hazard would contribute or not.
You don't know if he will.
Yeah, but Drogba didn't cost Chelsea 100k per week.
Yeah, but I don't know. The question is not that we know he will come under tight financial conditions, but the question is do we fund one back? Yes. You're not even answering that part of the question. You're hiding behind the financial thing, and you just.
I don't want him back. I don't want him back.
No,
exactly. Just you don't want back instead of talking about the finance. But that's what I'm saying.
That's part of an opinion.
No, but the finances is part of it. Of course it is. Like, you have to look at the money. You just said that we're under tight financial constraints, and you want to spend 175 on an injury-prone player.
It's just a figure that more put out there. It can be 100. What's the problem? And I know for sure that Hazard, even if we after that surgery, if that surgery is successful, Hazard coming off the bench and giving us 15 minutes or 20 minutes or even 30 minutes of his time, we will appreciate what he has done to Chelsea. He's not happy in Real Madrid, and we know what he can do for Chelsea. When he knows he has the responsibility to do so, to create something, he will. I just don't see why we go crazy about that thing. He deserves to be given a chance at Chelsea. He has been Chelsea boy since 23, and I think.
One second. Listen, the draw, we didn't even hit 5. We got like 4 people registering for it, so I cancelled it, Tobago. So if you want to ask a question, just put it in the chat and we'll answer it. Anyone who's got a question, type Q and then put a hyphen and ask a question. We'll address it. So type the letter Q and then your question, and we will answer it one by one. Anybody wants to ask us a question, just put Q, your question in the chat, and we will come to it. So go ahead, Tobago.
The thing has to be off, man. I just don't like listening to people that know he'll ruin his legacy. No.
You talking about this legacy thing, but come on, you left on a high. Like, that's what I want. Personally, I respect Hazard and love him that much, that I would rather see him leave on a high than come back and sit on a bench. So, no. That's not what we need. That's not what we need.
Chris is talking like, you know how you want to break up with your girlfriend and you don't know how to just
say, you move on.
I love you so much, but for your own good, I think we should separate.
What you do? You move on. I'm moved on from Hazard. I'm looking to the future. I'm not thinking, he can do this and that because he's done it in the past. He's not the same player. Move on.
But listen, we moved on from Hazard, but we're still looking for a girl, innit? We're still having to find a replacement. Unless you think Havertz is a good replacement to Hazard.
He's done a better job than Lukaku.
Yeah, Hazard's the future, though, isn't it, guys?
Havertz?
Sorry, Havertz is our future, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, listen. We spent the we've spent the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes trying to get away from this topic. And then here's the governor bringing us right back at it. Question to the panel. All right, question to the panel by Gov1905. Gov, thank you for your question. Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. He's asking, if the Ricketts family win the battle for Chelsea ownership, will it make you step back or walk away from the club? Hey, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one.
No.
Are we going around the table?
100% no.
We're not going.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not.
Listen, if they actually win the bid and they become the owner of the Chelsea, I'll probably do my own analysis. I'll check the information and see who are really representing or who in that Ricketts family own or are the real owner of the club. If one of them, for any reason, are proven to be racist, which I know for sure that there are members of that family that are racist, I'm off. I'm just not going to involve myself in anything Chelsea. It's simple as that, because it is my existential. That's the most important thing I should be worrying about in my life. My own existential, my own survival. If someone think I'm a less than a human because I came to this world as a dark or as a dark man or as a black man or as an African, I'm not going to put any of my second cheering his club or any of my second cheering his institution. No institution that he owns. No.
I second that. Boogie. As far as I'm concerned, I will take a step back in this form. I will not attend any more fixtures. I will not go to the stadium because I don't want to pay for them. I will not buy any more Chelsea material because I do not want to fund them. But on the flip side to that is I will do everything I can to voice my opinion and to raise awareness of what these guys are all about and do everything I can to get them out of my club. Because I support Chelsea, the club. I don't support the Ricketts family. I will never support the Ricketts family. And I will always be a Chelsea fan.
Exactly.
So
I think that's the answer to the question. Like, you won't stop being a Chelsea fan because of the owners. Because the owners come and go, right? Roman not being the owner doesn't mean I stop supporting Chelsea. So that's just
a question. A question from CFC Matty. We get a lot of questions, so I want to get through as many as we can. Judging on players alone without trophies, who is better, Claudio Makelele or N'Golo Kante?
Kante, easily. Kante for me. Kante for me. The role. Look, I love Makelele, but Kante for me. That role should be now.
Yeah, it's just the fact that everybody say Kante. I will say Claude Makelele.
Well, hold on, I'm not finished, Bigger Man. Thanks, but no, Kante, the role should be called the Kante role for me. Like, Makelele, quality player, Real Madrid, Chelsea, but for me, Kante's took it to another level, in my opinion. What he done for Leicester, he was one of the key moments for them winning the league. He came to Chelsea the next season, won the league under Kante.
Dominant. He left Real Madrid and they regret it. They know what they lost after Claude Makelele left Real Madrid.
Yeah, but if Kante leaves us, we're going to be regretting it as well.
Didn't Madrid regret
There's a reason why that position is called Claude Makelele position. It hasn't been called Kante position yet. You know that, right?
I was lucky enough to watch both of these guys play, and for me, they are both different players. Kante and Makelele are different players, different style of player. They occupy the same kind of position on the pitch, but the way they play is different. Yeah. I personally love both of them, respect them both dearly. But if I was picking my team, and I could have Makelele in his prime and Kante in his prime, then I would leave Jorginho out. I'll play Kante and Makelele.
Nobody mentioned Jorginho. No. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, no. For me, I'd go Kante. Great question, Matty. Thank you. Bobby's quiet, man. Bobby, where are you? Are you still having dinner, man? Come on, we eating.
Bobby normally has dinner, pizza, and a lot of stuff, man.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Between what you're saying and I keep checking with Sky.
Okay,
Nothing
I
much
mean,
to
what's that?
actually add. I just wish fans, I guess, you can't dictate how people feel, but I think fans are a little bit too panicky and getting so alarmist over this. A lot of the things that haven't happened. I have a sneaky feeling that the preferred bidder will be announced on Monday. I really do. And as for Eden Hazard, you see, this is the thing I argue with fans a lot. Our fan base are very fond of this. Oh, he's going to go to Real Madrid. Oh, he has to go to Real Madrid. No, he doesn't. Real Madrid, I always said it. Real Madrid could be a disaster for Eden Hazard. His legacy is at Chelsea. And let this be a lesson to any player that thinks that Real Madrid is the answer to everything. Sometimes when you are at a club, a big club, a super club, and you are making your name, that's your destiny. You make your name there. You remain that big fish that's visible. You go to Real Madrid, and how many people are on mega bucks as a salary? You've got to put up with the Spanish Madrid boys. Then you have the Galacticos. Then you have I mean, it's just, is it really worth it? You've got to be a certain type of player or exceptionally good to really want to go to a club like that. I don't think it's a good club in terms of the vibe, the dressing room. It's not, the culture is not good. Whereas
Bobby, there's a question that we're going through the questions on the list, and there's a question that we've kind of answered, but it's been addressed again by Tobago. So I want to get your thoughts on it because the rest of us have kind of already addressed it. Tobago's saying, if the Ricketts buy Chelsea Football Club, or if the Ricketts be Chelsea Football Club owners, how will you, as fans, feel? Will some fans leave Chelsea? Do you think some of the fan base will be leaving Chelsea? How would you feel about the Ricketts owning Chelsea Football Club? Your perspective. I mean, the rest of us have already addressed it.
I think, there will be the odd one or two that will leave, but they were never fans in the first place, if you take that option. Because to me, it's never an option to leave the club. I don't know. It's a mixed bag for me. These guys may have and it's unlikely, but they may have a plan and a blueprint that is really worth following. And I
The Ricketts.
if what somebody said so many years ago and is trying their best to retract it, albeit maybe politically, trying to court favor, I don't know if it's enough to get in the way of business. I'm old enough to remember, we have a lot of African guys here. The days, the South Africa days and the politics then. And, it was really bad. Well, look at them today. Nobody even remembers it. There's been some kind of reconciliation. Now, that is big time politics, and, it's not the words of a single individual, but it's possible. Everything is possible. However, because of this potential for even more noise around the club, I would rather they're not part of the club, because I want, after this sale, that we have, a period of success and a period of peace. But that's just it. I don't, I'm not that worried, because I just can't see it. Because they're shortlisted, it doesn't mean that they're going to be the ones.
I mean,
Fair enough.
they're American,
Fair
so
enough.
I think we'll be safe.
Look, I like I said, we need to be very careful in judging people, but at the same time, the likelihood of them having a particular way of seeing things and approaching things is going to make a lot of us very, very uncomfortable. Coming to, I mean, there's a lot of questions, lads. So let's try to get through them as quickly as possible. So short answers and to the point. This question I'll answer myself. Are you Centricus in? Big up, by the way. Am I Centricus in? Do I think that they should be in? Do I want to see them in? Yes. Simple answer. Yes, they have the money. They've put in a good bid. And whether or not they're still in, I don't know, because it's conflicting reports. But I would like to see them in. I don't
know much about them. But
We don't know anything
Chris,
about them. Yeah.
Like I said, let's try to get through these. I mean, I don't want to really focus too much on them, especially when they are at this point in time not on that list. Should they be put on that list, then we will address them further. Another question by Tobago. Do you guys think that we should sell Jorginho in the summer or Kante so we can buy a new DM? Quick answers from everyone. Let me hear it.
So, Jorginho, yeah.
Jorginho, well, I mean, when's his contract run out? 2023, I think.
Next year.
So
Yes.
realistically,
So does Kante's.
So if he's not looking to sign, then you could potentially look at cashing in on him. So potentially, yes, and Declan Rice in. There you go. That's my answer.
Yep.
Oh,
Agreed.
big one.
Second.
Hey, anybody that say yes,
We're not paying 120 million for Declan Rice.
No.
Just saying.
anybody that say yes, Jorginho out doesn't know what football is about. what the new
Oh God.
He's asking if you should sell him. If we should sell him. He's asking,
The answer is a big no. And I'm talking to the panelists that say yes.
He wants to leave.
They
Boogeyman.
don't
So
know.
you can see the panel clean, Boogie man. Come on.
No
I'm so
idea.
glad. I started this conversation by saying make your answers short and specific.
Boogeyman, he wants to go.
No, and
okay?
no Chelsea
He
fans
wants to
should
leave.
sit here after what we've been winning, all the game, the possession game, and all the beautiful football we've been playing.
Okay.
No Chelsea fans should sit here
Okay,
saying
Boogie man.
selling
Look,
Jorginho.
Boogie. Wait. I'm gonna. No, DJ. I'm gonna let you answer this first.
Yeah.
Who's your all-time king of the bridge?
Oh my God.
John
It's
Terry.
John Terry. It's a tough one, that is, mate. I'll be honest with you. It is a tough one.
Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard. People can go back to Peter Osgood days as well. That they could go back to them days. But look, we're talking now. I probably would say. I'd probably say Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard.
All right,
Good
Boogie.
choice.
Boogie.
Oh, John, my boy John.
John.
Man.
Bobby.
Mr.
Bobby. Bobby.
Yeah, I'm here.
Your all-time king of the bridge.
Ooh, what player?
Oh, Mourinho.
Physio.
Physio, I haven't got a clue. Manager, Tuchel. Player, wow, that's difficult. That is very difficult for me because I go back some way, and we've had some great players.
Drink water.
Drink water. Oh my God.
Bobby, I want to be quick. We've got questions to get through. Come on.
I just pull out a name.
Name of the hat.
Okay, just for pulling out a namesake, not that he's not amongst the greats, but I'll say Zola.
Ooh, good one.
Oh yeah,
That's a good one.
another good one. Yeah.
Chris.
Well, Chelsea's all-time top goal scorer, Mr. Frank Lampard. Super Frank.
Chris Burnley, yeah.
Eric.
I have to go for the king of Stamford Bridge, the Drogba.
Yeah, I said all Drogba.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's a tough question, man.
For me, and I'm saying this based on what he did as a player only. Since he's become a manager, his statements, especially recently, I would disagree with him. But as a player, it has to be Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard. Listen, as a player, I loved the man. But as a manager,
I think he's going to say Zaba Costa. Mo, you there?
Sava Costa.
Next question. Let's go.
I'm looking. I'm
glad-
I'm not taking any more questions from Tobago. Tobago's asking too many questions.
We never heard who you said, Mo. We never heard who you said.
Lampard. I said Lampard.
Lampard.
Serious.
And I think the only reason why people are picking Lampard over Terry is because Lampard is the one that won the final of the Champions League, right? Terry was not there. So people just...
Yeah.
Oh, we've had a super chat. Can you all adjust your sound level? What's wrong with our sound level? Is it loud? Is it too low? Tell me what's wrong with the sound level.
Someone tell that guy to pay his internet fees. It's no here. It's not here.
Yeah, no. I mean, lads, is there an audio issue? Let me know if there's an audio issue because I think the audio is fine. But thanks for the super chat anyway. Maybe you should pay your internet connection. All right. If we sell Kante, how much do you think we will get for him?
60.
Don't ask that question. Just show that you don't understand football, my friend.
Oh, come on. Why are you insulting my subscribers, man?
But that's how I'm going to answer anybody that trying to
No,
put the
but
idea of
it's-
selling.
Hold on. I have someone who wants to talk to us. So let's hold off on that question and let's there's someone called Abdullahi. So let's see what Abdullahi has to say.
Oh, Abdullah.
Yo,
Hey.
Abdullahi, how are you?
Big up Abdullah.
Oh, my people, I want to do, man. I hope you guys are doing fine.
How
Can you
you
hear
doing,
me?
Abdullahi?
How
we
are
can
you,
hear
mate?
Hello?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Abdullahi, where you from and what do you have to say?
I don't want to name my country, but unfortunately, I have to say it. I'm from one country called Nigeria.
Welcome.
Wait, hold on. What's new about it?
What was the score? Did you guys lose today? I wasn't even watching.
It's one of the most boring matches I've ever watched in my entire
Yeah, it
life.
wasn't good, no.
That's worse. I don't want to talk about Nigeria match, please. It's worse. That match is worse.
Okay. All right. Tell me what you want to talk to us about in regards to Chelsea Football Club.
Like I said, I've been seeing some news about the new takeovers and everything. I keep telling people, Godaskia, Bosborg, Peter Cech. I think most of the board, all of them betrayed the Roman Empire movie. Because if Roman is here, how on earth did the Ricketts family get into this situation? I don't know. Because I live in Chicago, I know how these Ricketts people work. I live like 20 minutes away from them. So I know the Chicago Cup they want to build. It's one of the worst in Chicago right now. It's not even good at all. The Wrigley field is very poor. In terms of wages, they are poor. The way they organize themselves is very poor. They are Islamophobic and racism, and you're bringing them into what to do what? That doesn't make any sense. Even their fans even boo them. They boo them. So why are they bringing them into support Chelsea? Why? Is it about businesses and monies? Now, as football has become business and politics and money right now, is it what it's become right now? It doesn't make any sense anymore.
It has always been that, man.
It doesn't make any sense anymore. Because I believe if Roman is here now, this stupid, dumb decision will not be made. I keep saying it. What advantages the Ricketts family had that the people who are bidding for Chelsea doesn't have? Ricketts family, you want to build a stadium. Are you going to tell me Ricketts family is going to build a 60,000 plus stadium and look very beautiful? I don't know if people I live in Chicago and I see how the Cubs, the Wrigley field, and look how terrible that field is. How abysmal it is. And they want to build a stadium for us at London, at Tampa Bay. And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
All right. So, as a fan, right now, see, we have a lot of fans who are vocal, who are local. Mm-hmm. You are local to the buyer, as in their influence on the Chicago Cubs. Yeah. We've heard that they did good when they first took over that club, but then their history ever since they've won the Super Bowl, I think it was in 2016, things haven't looked too good. Your expectations of them, regardless of the racial allegations, no, they're not allegations. The racial issues, because allegations would mean that they may not be true. No, they are true. So in regards to the racial situation that they have, let's put that aside for a minute and let's talk about the way they run the Chicago Cubs. Do you see them being able to drive Chelsea to success as professionals rather than
This
No.
is where the problem is.
No.
Their
The reason I
performance.
said no is because
Their
no.
performance has always been suspect.
Bobby, sorry, I apologize, but I'm giving the guests from the chat a couple of minutes. So let me. I just want to hear from them, and then I'll transfer to you. Sorry, Abdullahi, carry on.
No. The reason I said no is because EPL said no racism, right? We all stand for no racism in the world of football. If that is the case, people are telling me his father was the one abusing Islam or abusing racism. I don't care. If I'm a father and I give birth to a child and I'm the one abusing the people in the world of being the racism, my son is gonna get it's gonna get the same situation I am right now. My son is gonna be affected to be people like, isn't your father that said about Islamophobic or racism? Isn't it your father? It's your father. So whatever my father do is gonna affect my son too. Even if they take over Chelsea, people is gonna be like, why is the EPL or the world football accepting racism into the football club? This is not now. People don't want to bring up Roman. They all bring up Roman. People are like, Roman didn't do bad. When he came in, we didn't hear anything about racism. We didn't hear anything about Islamophobic. Why is it that the people coming into the club is becoming racism and the world did not do anything about it? We will look stupid. Hakim Ziyech is a Muslim. Golo Kante is a Muslim. Antonio Rudiger, Muslims. Malangsa, Muslims. 4 Muslim players. How do you expect them to feel? How?
Chalaba.
It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. If it is all about money and politics, take it away. This is all about football and the fans. People are watching football. We are fans. We support the club. So I don't care about the winning group and everything. They have to be objective and logic in the way they do things. It doesn't make any sense anymore. It does not. It does not. Even if they do, what they're gonna see, it's all about sustainability for the foreseeable future. What chances or what hope do I have in them is -1 or 0. I don't have any hope in them because I don't think I don't even think we're gonna succeed as a football club. We might even end up being a Brighton or being like a Stoke City in Championship. That's how we're gonna be. Because now Roman is gone now. We get into someone we don't want. Our hand is being getting to someone we want to get. And the fans say they want to. The fans want to protest in which no foot. This is international break. They want to protest. Who's gonna be at Stamford Bridge? Nobody. And you want to protest? You think you're gonna win the protest? When players are not even in the club. If you want to protest when the international break is over. When it's over, when the players are about like a week or 3 days before the match, go to Stamford Bridge and protest. Then your voice will be heard. You will be able to.
Abdullahi, thank you for your insight. But I just want to tell you something in regards to the protests. Even if it was during the season and the players had games, they would not be at the club. The club would not have the players there. The club, us protesting outside the club is a symbol. And it will be heard by the people who run the club rather than players and whatnot. So doing it when the players are back, it's not really an issue. It's more of doing it before any decision is made in respect to the Ricketts. Abdullahi, thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate your feedback and your insight, and I look forward to hearing from you again in the future.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Have a good day.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You.
Bye bye. And in regards to this comment here, look, I've changed the settings of the audio. So tell me if the audio is better, and please don't send me a super chat. Just write it in the as a message. I will read it. I don't want you to be wasting your money, man. Okay, so just tell me if the audio is clear. If it is clear, fantastic. If not, I will try to figure out what's going on before the next stream. And again, thank you for bringing it to my attention. Much love. There was a comment here. No, Boogie, I think a couple of streams ago I changed the audio, so my mic was a little bit louder, and I think that hasn't affected the other audio on the rest of the mics. Mo will have news on FA Cup semi-final tickets over the weekend. It looks good, to be honest. We'll text you as soon as I know of the. Listen, I am not sure if I want to go or if I'm able to go to the semi-final. I'm actually keen on going to the final. Should we make it? I'm also keen on going to the Champions League home game against Real Madrid. But again, I am not sure just yet. I'll have to figure out my schedule and figure out some things. So I will be speaking to you. I'll be speaking to Chris. I'll be speaking to a few people in respect to those two fixtures. But Gov, thank you very much for reaching out. I will definitely speak to you about it off stream. What else do we have here? Shall we continue answering some of these questions? There was a couple that I wanted to answer.
When you're looking
you,
for
you know what? It's actually quite interesting. Audio seems to be working perfectly. Thank you. First time watching you, Hayes. You calling us Hayes? Are you serious? I know, guys. I know it's a typo. First time watching you guys, and you're talking about selling Kante. Yeah. Listen, it was you came onto the stream at a bad time. I apologize, but you came onto the stream at a really bad time. We were talking about buying Hazard just before that. So
no, we don't want to sell Kante though. We don't want to.
No, we don't want to sell Kante.
100%.
It was a question. It was a question put to us in the chat.
Kante and sell should not be in the same sentence. It's as simple as
all right, fantastic. Yes, the audio is much better. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And again, thank you for your donations. Thank you for doing that. Means a lot. He not only donated money, but he donated money to tell me about a fault on my stream. So what a guy! Fantastic.
Yeah,
thank you.
So if we start screaming again, he will donate again, right?
Just give him a couple of streams so that let's not all do it. Let's not milk it. Varane, big up to Varane. Are we gonna tie with Man United with 3 Champions Leagues in a few months' time? Boy, that would be nice. What a way to end the season! What a way to end the season!
I'd say yes. I think we're good. I really think we're going to win the Champions League. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I think we're going to win it.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if we will win it, but I cannot find a team that can beat us. That's my problem.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly, Boogie.
Like now.
Yeah. Talk about jinxing us, hey, Boogie man.
I think we're just going to walk past Real Madrid. They're scared. Even I was reading Tony Kroos' comments. They say during the whole thing, they didn't want Chelsea at all. They just tried to avoid them. Like,
I have a question. Because Varane, he's saying Roman's legacy. I have a question for you guys. The club is sold next month. We win the Champions League at the end of the season. Whose trophy is that?
Romans.
Not Frank Lampard. So
we know that, but
it's definitely Romans. It's definitely Romans because we've done it.
Why it is Roman? It wasn't Frank Lampard one, so it's not Roman. Man. It's the new owner one.
What?
Move on.
No. But the difference is Tuchel took over throughout the majority of the
What did the new owner do to the team to let it win the Champions League? Did he buy Havertz? Did he spend 100 million on a guy who can't even touch the ball or control the ball?
Did he get Thiago Silva on a free transfer?
You get me. Them ones there.
So
did he get that fantastic winger from Leipzig who runs like lightning but can't shoot to save his mother's life? And
but listen, when the guy get the club, he will come down and talk to the players just to make sure they understand that. Listen, everything is back to normal. As a business as usual. You just go do your thing on the field, and I got your back. Just sit down with them and talk to them. I mean, he just told them, and now I'm your boss. So let's go win the Champions League. So that cup is his. Roman has no business. But in my heart, I know that club belongs to Roman. But listen, man,
Now you
it's about
know.
Lampard is out. Tuchel Cup, man.
No, it's Tuchel's. It's Tuchel's trophy.
Listen, Waldo, spot on. Officially, it's not. It's the new owners. Then he goes on to say, but the Chelsea fans will class it as Roman's last trophy, and I totally agree. I will totally agree with that statement. Definitely.
Yeah.
Go on, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I seen actually quite a comment there. Someone said Tuchel's. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. If you don't want to class it as Roman's trophy because he's not there, okay, Tuchel's then. Tuchel, because he's won it. And it's the same last season. Yeah, Frank got us through the group stage. Fantastic, done a fantastic job. But Tuchel got us that trophy. He got us the win. He got us that trophy. So Lampard played a part, of course, but Tuchel got
I check this out, yeah. I wonder what part of the stream Couch is watching right now.
19 injuries in 3 years. What are you guys talking about? What?
Hazard,
Hazard, yeah.
Yeah, he's watching like the stream half an hour ago because he's catching up.
He's into it.
He's like,
But he's made a valid point there. Like, very valid
he
point.
has.
That's
Very valid point.
You get my brothers from Canada showing that our internet is really slow, man. Come on. You shouldn't put that
But
comment.
do you not think he makes a valid point there, though? But do you not think he makes a
He
valid
does.
point there,
No.
To be fair, he does.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
When Drogba
Well,
came back to
obviously you don't
Chelsea,
think
he hasn't scored like for how many months or something, but we still got him back to Chelsea, right? So it's not
Sentiment
about
over logic. That's what it is. It's just sentiment. Like, just get
it's
Essien
not
back.
sentiment.
Get
I
Essien
just
back.
like the fact that the unknown about Hazard is what we're talking
No,
about.
but
There is
like
unknown.
Boogeyman.
He can turn out
Essien's
to be
still
really
playing.
good.
Michael Essien's still playing. Why don't we bring him back? Ivanovic is still playing. Bring him back. They've performed for
For
Chelsea.
some
in the past.
reason,
Bring
when
him
you're
back.
speaking, I don't get it. Like, I don't. You're too fast. Can you go?
No,
slow?
okay. I'll slow down. I'll slow down for you, Boogie, right? So, Michael Essien is still playing, yes. Bring him back. He done well for Chelsea. Ivanovic, he played for Chelsea, done well. Bring him back. That's what I'm saying. It's just
Oh,
sentiment. mate.
Makelele in
Ivanovic.
Ivanovic.
Yeah, bring him back then. Bring them back. They performed. They're still playing. Bring them back.
Listen, if the club want them back, well, I don't mind.
Come on.
What do you want me to say?
Boogie,
What do you want me to say?
Oh, when you
Yeah, but you give me the worst, the extreme cases. The club decision. If you ask me, do we have Ivanovic back? I say no. He's retired. We have a better people in that position.
Right.
But when it comes to Hazard,
Hold on.
Hazard's still the better one.
Explanation. Apparently, there's been a bit of clarification in respect to the Centricus bid. Centricus was asked to clarify elements of his bid's funding structure plans, which they did. So it seems like there was a bit of discussion between the bidder and the Raine group. So this guy here, he's pushing it for Centricus. He's pushing it. Does he have insight? Does he know what's going on? Is he connected? I don't know. But Absolute Chelsea is reporting on it. They're giving him that credit, and they're retweeting him. So I don't know. Centricus could still be in the race, lads.
Believe it or not, I don't believe it. I just think a group of friends just playing with us. That's all.
Centricus are the ones with the three billionaire Chelsea season ticket holders, aren't they?
Nizar Al Bassam, yeah.
Yeah, and the three that he's got of him. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I thought I understand. Was it 29 billion or 60 billion or something like that? It was.
BBC claimed that they have a net worth of 29 billion. Of what I found on websites, the figure is much closer to 40 billion. So they're very rich, and they're British. So and that is why I was confused, because it's a British consortium.
Yeah.
That has no ties anywhere else, and they've put in the highest bid. Why wouldn't they make the list? And for me, the fact that they are all together, these three guys that they work together, they're in it. For me, it's a little bit more what's the word here? Easier to digest than having a Swiss, an American, and some other geezer who only came together to make this business transaction. Because we saw what happened with the Kante and Catalina Kim. As soon as their bid was rejected, they parted ways. Because, I mean, can you imagine their bid being accepted and a year later them parting ways because they had an argument about something?
Yeah, I know.
And then the whole thing, the whole structure would disintegrate. I am worried about that. I'm worried about that aspect. Whoever comes to run Chelsea Football Club, they need to have a secure foundation that they're building on, rather than being potentially susceptible to arguments and to breakups and whatnot. I'm not keen on that.
100%.
What's Courtney saying? He's saying, at Mo and Boogeyman, I have great internet in Canada. Only Boogeyman's internet is from the dollar store.
See, people coming out, you're showing the division between us Canadian. Man, we need to stay together, man. We don't talk like that about each other, man. Couch deserved it because Couch came back 30 or 40 minutes.
He responded. Couch says, so do I, Courtney. So it is what it is. It is what it is. People, look, it's been a fantastic conversation, a fantastic
next question.
stream.
One more question, right?
One more question? You really want to answer one more question?
Before you go, Mo, what's
No, I'm going to give you all a closing statement. Don't worry.
I know.
But
just quickly, what Couch is doing is very, I do this stuff all the time. But the thing is that I just don't comment. I don't comment real time. Sometimes I forget and I comment, but yeah, it's normal. I do this all the time.
Yeah. No. I know a lot of people. Watch my streams on delay.
So oh God, Couch.
Yes. Because I notice it in the comments with some people. Some people that be commenting, I'd be looking, and I'd be like, we're not talking about this anymore. But they have a conversation about it. 2 or 3 of them had a conversation about something. So I'm guessing those people are watching the stream 10 minutes late or 20 minutes late. So it happens. And to be honest, I'm really happy at the way our streams are being watched. A lot of people watch the entirety of the stream from the beginning to the end. And it's not only the people that we see on the chat who are commenting, but the statistics that I read and I see, a lot of people enjoy the conversations that we have, and this is why I'm happy and I'm proud to host this show, because I know a lot of people use this show to vent some of their anger, some of their emotion, some of their joy when when Chelsea achieve some success. So I hope it continues, and I hope we're able to grow as a family. So brilliant, and thank you all. And you know what? I can't wait. I can't wait until we hit that 10,000 subscriber milestone, because it will literally start a new chapter for the channel. The first 10,000 is the hardest target to reach, and we're very close to it. We are very, very close to it. I think. Wow. All right, listen, lads. Thank you.
More breaking news.
Thank you. No. Seriously,
How many did you get today?
We are nearly to the 100 subscriber threshold. We are on. We need another 116 subscribers. 116 subscribers.
Come on, subscribe.
We'll have. I mean, if anyone's watching the stream and you haven't subscribed already, you can literally make the difference. So hit that subscription button and get us closer to that 10,000 subscriber milestone. Also, we will be giving a Chelsea shirt. We will be giving a Chelsea shirt on the stream where we celebrate hitting a 10,000.
No hat or no nothing?
No. Actually, you know what? If we hit 10,000 before the megastore opens, we can't be buying shirts. But what we can do is we can buy Chelsea hats, or we can just wait until the megastore opens again. I'll buy the hats from elsewhere. I'll buy the hats from Amazon or something. But the shirts, I want to. I don't want to buy a hat. So I don't want to buy a shirt that is a replica. I want to buy an original shirt. So whoever I'm going to send a shirt to, I want to send them an original Chelsea shirt from
And
the Chelsea
you
mega store.
decided to buy the shirt on the internet, and it's made by the Tottenham fan company. So you're just giving money to some weird guys out there, right?
I'll tell you something. If the Ricketts family win this bid, I ain't giving away nothing. I ain't giving away nothing. Seriously. So boy,
I think you can get a guy Eden Hazard Real Madrid shirt, right? It's like, okay, so you get this one.
no, I might just get some retro shirts and give them out and whatnot. But no, I'm serious. I will boycott. I
won't watch any games. I'll start watching the games.
No, I'll watch the games because I'm supporting my club, but I will not support the Ricketts. I will not do anything to support the Ricketts. I want to make it as hard for them as possible so they can get the hell out of there.
Aren't you paying for the? If you watch the games, then you're still contributing to the.
No, you're not.
You think?
Right?
You'd think I would be, wouldn't you? You'd think I would be, wouldn't you? Just not saying too much about that. All right. Listen, lads. I'm going to give you each a couple of minutes to give me your closing statements, and I'm going to start with Bobby because I haven't heard nothing from him. And I don't know what he had for dinner, but it's made him sleepy. It's made him sleepy, man. It's made him sleepy. So, Bobby, give me your final thoughts. Give me your final thoughts on the events of the day.
Yeah, it's always good to have discussion and debate. But this is a very peculiar situation. I won't panic about it. Uncertainty always creates nerves. People start getting negative, talk about mid-table, that sort of stuff. It's not right now. We are just at the wait and see stage. There's going to be some negative things trying to appear along with the positive things. There's going to be some good buyers coming up with bad buyers. We tend to focus a lot on the bad buyers. And I have to say, the fact that one of the bad buyers, per se, has also been shortlisted is another thing triggering fans. But shortlisting is just that, shortlisting. They've just got through a hurdle of qualification that allows them to be considered further. A big thing that does work against them is their track record. It's as simple as that. Let's take all the statements out of it. What is your track record? It's bad. Roman Abramovich, when he bought Chelsea, he had an excellent track record. I think with the club he owned in Russia, I think he owned a hockey club as well or something. And there was always success wherever he was. So we knew he was coming to Chelsea for success. And all the noises that followed his arrival showed just how much he loved the game and how much he was excited to take up the Chelsea project. Now, we were never in the market for an owner anyway, because there's none out there with the pockets deep enough to handle Chelsea. We were always out there to solicit the best project. And of course, that comes into the area of the realms of those with the financial capability to run Chelsea. Because whether we like it or not, money is one of the major factors in this. It's got to be. Without money, you can't do anything. I'm looking at Spike because I was listening to Sky as well today while on this platform. And they're saying that the preferred bidders will now be given access into the finances of the club. They'll see the wages and that sort of thing. I mean, now we're going into big boy territory. The Ricketts, they're not going to come through, so forget it. My focus is more on Todd Burley. I want to know a little bit more about this guy because I don't think I know enough. And I'm looking at him as somebody that might walk away with this thing.
Yeah, no, Todd Bowley definitely stands in good stead to get this club. He was the very first one who started this whole bidding. What's the word? Engagement with the Swiss wise guy, and they've been at this from day one, and I think they know exactly what is required, and they are putting forward a very strong package. But I agree with you, Bobby. Once the books are open, once they see how expensive it is to run Chelsea Football Club and how much it takes just in wages, on a monthly basis, they're gonna have to really examine their stance, and from what I've seen, the Ricketts, they seem to be reluctant when it comes to the Chicago Cubs. And Abdullahi, who lives in Chicago, he doesn't seem to think that these guys have a lot of love for sports or an understanding for sports, regardless of the racial attributes that come with them. But I hope the next hurdle is the one that they fall on, and they can't continue. I really hope so. Bobby, thank you very much for your insight. It's been good to have you on. We will be seeing you in a stream very soon. Very soon. I think I'll be doing one in a couple of days again. So we'll definitely catch up in the next stream. Take care, Bobby.
Thanks for having me, man.
Cheers,
Thanks,
brother.
guys.
Take care.
Take care, Bobby.
All right. I'm gonna go to Chris. Chris, you've heard about the short list. You've heard about the long list. You've heard about this and that. What's your final thoughts on the events of the day?
What's my final thoughts? I'm bold of talking about ownership. I want to talk about football, but that just seems to be the general thing.
We'll talk about football very soon, and we got a taste of it today. We got a taste of it today on the stream. I deliberately wanted to talk a little bit about football on the stream because I wanted to remind you guys, why we're here. Why we're here. We're not here to talk about politics or finances. We're here to talk about football. The beautiful game.
The
passion, the sport. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get back to that very soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I just want to talk about obviously Chelsea, and playing football. That's it's football. We love it. Ownership gets a bit boring, especially with the reports. So, I just want to talk about obviously football. In terms of if, I don't think the Ricketts will, but it's an if because they're shortlisted. So there's it's a potential they could be. I'm never going to walk away from the club. And I've said that before in the group chat. I'm never going to walk away from the club. I love Chelsea Football Club, and I'm not going to let a bunch of scumbag racists ruin that. And hopefully, all Chelsea fans see that. Hopefully, all Chelsea fans realise that they support the club. They don't support the owners. They support the club. Although I supported Abramovich, but Abramovich is a different breed. Abramovich is one of a kind. We'll never see Abramovich another owner like Abramovich again. So, and I would love for him to still be there. But unfortunately, I'm looking to the future. In terms of Todd Bowley, he's been pushing for Chelsea, to be fair. So, is it a sign that he wants to jump into the football business and do well in the football business? Hopefully. And the others, I'm not. And the guy from Atalanta, you know what I mean? If he's willing to, sell his shares in Atalanta and come to Chelsea, hopefully that's ambitious as well. But overall, lads, I mean, it's getting boring with this ownership talk. I just want to talk about football and the Champions League and the FA Cup and finishing high in the league as possible. We're not going to win the league, but finish, even second. I don't know. That's ambitious, isn't it? But overall, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure. And also, if anyone's listening and you haven't subscribed, we're on the road to 10k. I mean, I'll throw what do you call it? I'll throw a can of iron brew in for you.
Carabao
You know,
Cup.
if whoever the giveaway is, yeah, as you get a Chelsea hat or whatever, and I'll throw in some haggis and iron brew for you as well. So you
Iron
get
brew.
that.
Excellent.
And yeah, overall, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure to be on. Boogeyman, Mo, Eric, DJ, the chat,
Yeah.
Friday night stream. Have a good weekend.
You
My
too,
Keep
bro.
the
You
fans
too,
flying
bro.
on.
You too,
And
mate.
up the
Cheers,
Chelsea.
Chris.
Up the
Thank you,
Chelsea.
Take care,
Chris.
Chris.
Big up, Chris.
Up the Chelsea.
Good
Up
night,
the
my brother.
Chelsea.
Up the Chills, Chris. Good night, my brother. Fantastic. Yeah, guys, listen. Literally on the edge of reaching that 10,000 subscriber milestone. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, I would really, really appreciate your subscription. All right, I'm going to leave Boogeyman to the end. I'm going to go to DJ Sav.
Yes, bro.
I've left you to the end too many times, so I'll let you get out. I'll let you get out early today. So
It's not
yeah,
bad,
man,
it's not bad.
your final thoughts, my brother. Your final thoughts.
Yeah, listen, it's always, as always, first of all, let me just talk about you guys first of all. It's great, obviously, sitting with you guys again, chatting about our beloved football club and what's going on. Like Chris has said, I echo the same thing. I just really, really want to start talking about football and about our football club in terms of that, mate. This whole ownership, I think, is taking a lot out of the Chelsea fans. I have still been tweeting a lot of things about transfer news stuff going on around. I know one of them today was we were linked with some goalkeeper that we were going to sign, and apparently it's not going to happen now since Roman was sanctioned. So that's a bit of a shame. But in terms of the ownership situation, look, it seems to be a short or long list, doesn't it? I mean, we're supposed to be cutting it down to the final four people, to actually be the ones
we
to
have
get
6
us,
now.
and instead we're getting another long list. Yeah, spot on, Boogeyman. It's spot on. We've got 6 now. In terms of who I want, look, I think we've all echoed the same thoughts here. I'll first of all say I will never stop supporting my football club. I've gone through something similar to this back in the early 80s, back in the late 70s, early 80s, seeing all that with Chelsea fans. I've seen it all, and I never walked away from them then. Obviously, this time it probably could be a worse situation if we were to get these guys in. But like Bobby and everyone has said, I don't think we will get them. I think the club will see sense, and I don't think they'll take them on. The two groups that really interest me is the Bowley group and obviously Centrius. If they are the ones are the ones that are still in the running, I think they're the two I would go for now. But yeah, as long as all I want really is someone to come in, look after our football club, like Roman did. Obviously, we're not going to get over like Roman, but someone who loves the football club, who's going to do things for the club and put Chelsea. We're already at that pedal stone now. We'll put us up higher than that and continues to make us win. And other than that, mate, great streaming with you guys as always. I'll obviously be on your next stream, hopefully. Mo, your next one. And to everyone in the comments, you know what to do. Let's get this up to 100. Was it 100? 100 and something subscribers.
10,000 subscribers.
10,000.
Yeah, we are 117 subscribers away.
Let's get that, everyone. So everyone in the comment section, call your friends here, subscribe to the channel. Let's get that up there. Get this channel up there. And as in that, everyone in the comments, big up to you all. Good night, and everyone. Obviously, you guys in the panel. Peace to you all, brothers. And I'll catch up with you guys very soon. Peace out.
Take care, DJ.
Take care,
brother.
Take it easy on the back.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Take care, bro.
Take care, brother. All right. Bye-bye, DJ. Thank you very much. Before I continue, there's a tweet literally just came out by Matt Law. I want to have a quick read of it. Matt Law has said, out of the 4 bids, Raine have advanced one. Out of the 4 bids, Raine has advanced. One is a group CFC fans are protesting against. So the Ricketts. So basically, out of 4, the Chelsea fans are protesting against that one. And then the other one currently wouldn't pass the Premier League test, and one wouldn't currently be viable under UEFA Champions League regulations. So one wouldn't pass the Premier League test, and one wouldn't be viable for UEFA Champions League. And I think he's referring to the Stefan Pagluca one. But then there's one wouldn't pass the Premier League test. So he's referring to who? Martin. Broughton bid. I don't know. Otherwise, I think they'll be. Otherwise, I think they'd be done a really excellent job.
They
They
have
they
done.
He says here they've done an excellent job.
This guy
So
playing with our mind. Is he insulting our brain? Like,
no, he's being sarcastic, Boogie. He's being sarcastic. He's saying the four bids that they've actually put through, one the fans are against, the other one Champions League and UEFA regulations wouldn't allow, the other one would have issues passing the Premier League test. So otherwise, they've done a fantastic job. So he's trying to say the Rain Group have cocked this up. That's what he's saying. He's saying the Rain Group have messed it up. He's doing it in a sarcastic way. And sometimes on Twitter, it's hard to pick up on the sarcastic
yeah, but here's the matter.
tone.
Here's the matter. There's a lot of people that rely on whatever he's posting. You need to
Yeah,
just
no,
be
no,
objective,
no,
not playing game, right?
he's not playing game. If you read it properly, he's saying they've done a fantastic job, but he's also saying that 3 out of the 4 bids can't pass a certain test. That means he's saying they've messed up. They've really messed up
So
here.
right now, only Ricketts and the fourth one that the first one he didn't mention.
No, right now only the Burley group will pass all these criteria. Only the Burley
Yeah, but
group.
the Ricketts one is just the fan that the fan will not like them, or that will protest them against them, and the other two in the middle they can't even pass the EPL and UEFA regulations. So
One
right
one here,
now,
one there. Correct. Yeah.
so on the two that are potentially in front of Roman are the
One.
Ricketts and
One.
the other one. No,
No.
like minus
Bowley.
the racist stuff.
Yeah.
The
But,
Ricketts and the Boogie will
Boogie.
be sitting in front of.
Boogie. The racist issue is big. It's big.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you look at the whole thing objectively, you just like, okay, I won't even talk about you because you won't even pass the EPL regulation. I won't even talk about you because you won't even pass the UEFA regulation. So who do I have? I have the Ricketts and I have this guy. And the Ricketts, you deem to be racist. So it's just, I don't know. Whatever. Next movement.
Boogeyman. I'm gonna leave Eric to the end. No, I'll leave you to the end. Let me hear from Eric. Yeah, let me hear from Eric. Eric, your final thoughts on all that you've heard today.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to start off by saying, if you're watching the stream or you're listening and you still haven't subscribed, you're doing yourself a massive disservice. You're doing yourself a huge disservice. I don't know what you're doing. Like, why have you been listening all this time? Why have you been watching all this time, and you haven't even thought to hit the like button, or or subscribe? That takes literally a few seconds. Please get it done. We're almost on 10K. We have to hit that sooner rather than later. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just get it done. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This whole thing, I think Boogeyman hit the nail on the head. We're just going around in circles. The journalists are going around in circles. I think that tweet from Matt Law is I think he's getting frustrated. I think that's part of what it is. He's just like, what's going on here? I don't think he knows what's going on, to be honest. Most people don't know what's going on. I don't think we know what's going on. So the reality is that we have to keep talking about it because a lot of things are hinging on, the takeover. So we have to keep talking about it. And obviously now there's international break, so there's no football to talk about other than, there's nothing to talk about regarding Chelsea other than this whole situation. So we have to just keep talking about it, which is fine. I like the conversations, but we don't really know what's going on. We just don't. And the whole thing with the Ricketts, look, for me, I don't know if not watching the games anymore or watching the games less means I'm less of a fan or less of a supporter. But for me, I think I would have to watch less games, or I would just stop watching. I would still be a Chelsea fan. I would still look at the results, but I wouldn't be as invested as I am now. I just wouldn't be as invested as I am now, and I just wouldn't have the passion. I wouldn't be as involved because at the end of the day, yes, obviously they're just custodians. They'll be here and they'll go. They won't be here forever. But I don't want to be associated with, owners like this. If Roman was so bad, what would I say about people like this? How can you justify sanctioning Roman and him leaving and then having these guys as the new owners? Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, hopefully, I don't even think we would get to that point, because if these guys even go to the final two or something like this, I think it could get ugly. It really could. Chelsea fans will not just allow it to happen. They won't just sit down and watch things go wrong. So I don't even think it's going to get to that point. And yeah, so for me, I'm not worried about the future. I'm not concerned. I'm just keeping a calm head, taking it step by step. There's no point even trying to, you know, think about the worst outcome and things like this. It makes no, there's no point losing sleep over that kind of thing. So everybody just needs to calm down. Whoever is being, uh, you know, upset with this whole situation, whoever is getting angry, whoever wants to be, you know, who feels worried, like you shouldn't feel worried. Just, calm down. Let's just keep watching, and hopefully we get the best outcome. Obviously, the best outcome was Roman staying, but we can see what the best second option is, because it's never going to be the same. But hopefully, we get the best out of the remaining, whoever, all these people who are bidding and whatnot. Hopefully, we just get the best option out of all of them, for the future of the club, and we can move with that and just go back to focusing on the football, because that's the whole point. So, thanks for having me again. Um, Looking forward to the next one. Hopefully I'll be around for that. And yeah, I won't. I will never stop being a Chelsea fan. That will never change.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Yeah, we will never turn our backs on our club, but we will always stand on the right side of the club. If owners come in and try to take us backwards, we're not going to allow that. We're going to make a stand. We're going to make a statement, and I think we've done that so far. And depending on what happens in the future, we will take further steps to cement our position even further, to make it impossible to destroy the legacy that we have built over the past 20 years. So hopefully we'll continue, hopefully we'll progress, and hopefully those who are trying to hinder the progression of Chelsea will not be successful. Eric, thank you very much, my brother. I will see you again in the next stream.
Take care, guys.
Have a good
Good
night.
night. Peace.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. All right, Couch. Where is Couch? He was supposed to come on today. He didn't come on. I mean, I've seen him in the chat.
He's in chat.
In the chat. All right, Boogeyman. Give me your final assessments, your final thoughts on the events of today.
Listen, I don't really think we Chelsea fans should really worry about the news going around right now. We need to just calm down and wait for Monday, like someone say earlier, Monday, and see if there is something concrete. I don't think something serious is not gonna come during the weekend, and even on Monday, unless Chelsea put an official statement out, let's just take everything with some reserve, no jumping and screaming, or let's relax about it. And the fact is, uh, the last 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks and a half, it was all about this takeover, this buyer, this bid, and then Chelsea fan getting frustrated, and because of the worried. And we are worried because we are top team, and I'm not gonna say we bullied other fans. We pretty much make fun of an Arsenal fan, and we don't want to find ourselves in that situation where other fan will make fun of us because we're not winning anything on it. So that's a worry for me all this time. The last 2 weeks I was not really involved too much, so it gave me a fresh take on what's happening. So I don't really care about all those people, all those buyers. But I like us to get back to comment on footballs and during what happened, what the player have been doing since this whole thing started. So if in your next stream we can talk more football and
Hopefully.
players and contracts and how does it look like, and people can get some real value. Even like Choco, he has been doing really good during games, and just pick up if we have a new Choco, if Choco is bringing something new to the team since the Abramovich stuff started. Let's discuss that way, and I think I will be more excited. Hopefully, a lot of fun will be excited, and at the same time, I mean, you know that there's other fan that will be interested or talk about the takeover also. So you will give them something, some subject also, but can we need to get back to football, and when the real news come out like Chelsea FC put statement out, then we jump on it, we comment on it. Other than that, thanks for having me, and I don't I'm worried, like, to be honest with you. And the Ricketts, listen, there's no way, there's no more to look for. We know they are. Their old man is, and I second what Eric said. We can have Chelsea in our heart, but I just don't want to open the TV and see the Ricketts old man sitting on the Stafford Bridge watching the game, and then what? Who am I? Am I just gonna be the slave for the rest of my life, paying money for some white dude sitting there? No, it's not gonna work for me. Never. I will shut down the TV. I won't watch it. Yeah, I love Chelsea, but there
It's
are
not
always
Boogie. It's not the fact that he's a white dude. It's the fact that he's a racist dude. It doesn't matter what color he is. It's just
yeah, no, no,
the,
yeah,
the,
but
va-
when
the
I say
values
yeah,
that he
one
holds.
hundred percent. When I say it's because he is racist, and the guy does think like there's the top race, and the white, you have to be white to have some value in his way of
In his eyes.
analyze
In his
in his
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't want to open my TV and see that dude sitting there, and then, oh, the new owner or the owner's parent or whatever he is, or the owner. I don't want to do that, and it's not healthy for myself. So me, I will shut down the TV. As much as I love Chelsea, I have boundaries and I have limit, and I will follow my convictions, and other people will also follow their conviction. But other than that, let's not too much, like Bobby said, let's not too much comment on the negativity of this whole thing. As maybe he may not be even to be the owner of the club, so why do we waste all those time talking about him?
True.
You know what I mean? So
Hopefully we'll nip that situation in the butt before it gets anywhere near Chelsea Football Club and the ownership of Chelsea Football Club.
so thanks for having me, man. And
Thank you.
hopefully Couch and my other brother from Julius. I don't know where they are. They're hiding, man. Since I came back, those two boys are hiding.
Julius is working, man. He's busy working.
Oh,
He
Couch is the
messaged
one
me.
scared
He's
of me.
messaging me.
Couch is the one scared
Couch,
of me. Yo,
Couch has got family engagements today.
okay, then good. Because I was going to make a quick descent in Toronto and talk to that guy, man. He talking too much in the chat instead of showing up in the stream. Next time I catch you, Couch, you better run. Yo, man, thanks for having me, and
Take care, Baba. Thank you. My
see you
pleasure.
next
My
time.
pleasure. I will see you again. Take care, Boogie.
Oh,
Have a good night.
for the 110 for the 10,000 subscriber, man. Come on, guys, give the man what he deserves. He's been working so
We'll
hard.
get there. We'll get there
He's
eventually.
working so hard.
We'll
Give
get
them
there
more the
eventually.
numbers, man. Just give them more the
Thank
numbers,
you.
please. Okay, man.
Thank you, Boogie. Much love. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night, Boogie. Bye bye. Yeah, no. In regards to the 10,000 subscriber milestone, we are close. We are close. I'll just have a quick look to see exactly where we are. It's loading. All right, we need 114 subscribers to get there. 114 subscribers. So if you're watching the stream, you haven't subscribed yet, you can make that. You can make the difference, because at this point, every subscription matters and counts. So hopefully you will consider subscribing to the Blue Lounge. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit that like button. I just want to say one last thing about this whole race issue. Roman Abramovich, I have a lot of political differences with him. I have a lot of political differences with him. But I never once felt alienated as a Chelsea fan. He always stood up for equality, regardless of race, religion, gender, creed. He always stood up for equality. And that I respected and admired in him and the way that he ran Chelsea Football Club. And this is why it's a big issue for me to see the Ricketts associated with my club. Because I know my club isn't racist anymore. I know my club used to be. But I know our club isn't racist anymore. And largely to what Roman did over the past 20 years, he changed the culture of Chelsea Football Club. And this is why I hate to see it change. This is why I hate to see it go back, digress to the way it used to be. So as fans, we need to stand together and we need to make it known. We don't tolerate racism at Chelsea Football Club, Ricketts or any other. So I just wanted to make that known, and I wanted to put out that you can disagree with the owner, you can have issues with the owner, but there are fundamentals, aspects, and racism is a big one, and we gotta squash it and we gotta push it away from us. We can't have that as our culture. We're better than that. We've been better than that. Chelsea is a great club, not just because we've won so many trophies and we've done so much on the pitch. It's because we've done so much off that pitch as well. We've got to keep that going forward. So I just wanted to share that with you guys before I ended the stream. I will be streaming again, hopefully when there is something relevant to talk about. I don't want to stream just for the banter. If there's something relevant to talk about, I will make a stream and I will discuss it and debate it for you guys. If we don't have anything coming up in the next couple of days, I may try to bring a guest on, someone that we can talk to and discuss issues with. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching the stream, and I want to thank you for hitting that like button. And for those of you who have subscribed today, thank you very much. And I hope I will see each and every one of you in future streams. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.